figure out how to make money on this. I really want to.
I can feel it down in my plums. They're getting a nice bluish hue. Getting ready to take them to the farmer's market.
Okay, baby, but don't hurt yourself with that big juicy hog of yours.
In hard times, or when a man has worked at a job 30 years, they give him a watch, kick him in the butt, and say, hey, a computer took your place, daddy. That's hard time.
And those cars are going real fast and real laugh, son.
But he's gay. He's gay, he's blind.
You ready?
Oh, wait. So we're just going to wing it?
There's a big difference between winging it and seeing what happens. Now let's see what happens.
Now.
Right now.
Now, it's Senning Show. With your host, John Senning.
Well.
Chillin' like a villain, balloon filling, whack MC killing, the fine hoe drilling with the $1 million gallon and the 10-cent brain.
Been gone too long, too much cocaine.
But now that I'm back on the block, I'm ready to rock left to right all night. My game's tight, I wish you might take a bite out of this here toxic, melodic, neurotic, product, fresh from the harvest. Who'll be the largest, hardest, smartest label in town?
I made it back.
Get down.
Oh, and I think I just rubbed my eyeball with hot peppers on my fingers. I was eating a bag of pickled peppers right before I walked in here, and I just rubbed my eyeball. Welcome to Senning Show. My name is John Senning.
Yeah.
I am here. I am back. Senning Show has a Senning on it now. Thank you, Dizzy. Thank you, Mo. Thank you, Drew. Thank you to everybody else. Thank you, JP, who kind of met in the middle and filled in while I was out for a few days. Dude, I gotta say, rude awakening for coming back from a short vacay of a trip. Dude, the RAV, my car is gonna die. Might not make it out of here today.
What?
I have no idea what the hell happened. It wasn't good. When I left, I'm not gonna tell you that it was in pristine condition. I didn't think that I was on the verge of saying goodbye to it. I started it up and immediately was like, something is not right. Ooh. Then I go to leave my driveway and it's like the brakes are toast. I have no brakes. They're grinding. It's like they're gone. I don't know if somebody sabotaged my vehicle while I was out of town. I said that half jokingly until the face. I was joking until you just made that face at me. But yeah, so I'm like, the brakes are shot, and then I get about halfway to work, and I'm at a stop sign, and I hit stop, and the whole car just shuts off.
Oh, my God.
The whole car just shuts off. So I'm thinking, I'm not making it, or I'm going to be running late today. It did fire back up, but I was texting with Danielle, and this weekend might be the weekend. Might be
take it out back?
I might take the RAV out back and put her down, head over to Furman Ford. Yeah, she's already, oh my gosh, she's already actually sending me trucks over at Furman Ford. So it's been a long time coming, and I always say I'm not like car guy, and I have such a short drive to work that I don't really care. That being said, I also hate the idea of a big ass car payment too.
Hey, man. Vroom vrooms aren't cheap.
Sometimes you got to vroom vroom when the time is done. But how the hell you doing? How have things been? How are things around here? Everybody okay? Any fights? Any drama? Any info that I need updated on upon the weekend? The last 2 days I wasn't here.
Nothing crazy. Did miss you. I'm like, damn, when's my boy getting back, man? Missed my vroom vroom room. I mean, we have been in the vroom vroom room.
Good.
We weren't in the mix Friday. People wanted me to continue the mix.
You say you weren't in the mix?
No.
Mo
does the opposite of the mix. Mo will come back from break with 3 minutes of Sponge or something
I mean, you picked a terrible analogy only because I actually do love Sponge.
Oh, okay.
But I get what you're saying, and I thought about it. I thought about asking him to get in the mix, but I didn't. I think it's best for people are saying I'm yelling. Am I being louder than normal?
No.
Maybe I went a little deaf.
No, you're good.
But I knew that he wasn't totally down to lead the mix. So don't you worry. The mix will return this Friday. Man, it did bum me out. And it was because couldn't really catch much of the game because the game was not on television up in Michigan, the Bucks game. And it's so funny, an observation of people in Michigan. Like I grew up obviously in Michigan, and the Lions were always on, but I lived in Michigan through the era where like you could go seasons and seasons and maybe see 2 or 3, maybe 4 wins in the span of a few seasons. Like I don't think people really understand for how long, how bad the Lions were. And it's so crazy now because you cannot go anywhere, especially on a Sunday. It felt like 90% of the general population walking the street is in Lions gear. Every place that you went to, whether it was a diner or a donut shop, the game was on. We went to this little bar that was legit about a quarter mile up the road from the house that I grew up in, that my entire life was just a dive. Not many people ever even really went there. Late night crowd only. And, dude, we rolled up on that place at like noon. They were lined out the door. They're playing cornhole out front. They got big grills going. They got TVs outside. The fandom of the Lions in Michigan right now is something else, and rightfully so. They've been waiting. They've been waiting a damn long time to have a winning team, and now they've got one of the best teams in the league, if not the best team. So it's pretty cool to see a fan base that was brutalized and beaten down as bad as anybody for so long finally be able to root for or cheer for a winning team, and they're doing it because it is you go to other cities, I'm sure, like in a Philly, in a Buffalo, and other places like that. Yeah. It's like that, but it was really cool to see how many people embracing the Lions, even on a day where the Bucks could not pull it off. I was in half trying to listen to it on the radio, and then I got it up. Finally, got Red Zone up on a little app, so I'm trying to watch it there. Because that was the thing. None of the bars out there had the ticket where, like, you get all the games.
Really?
And it kind of hit me. That's because nobody wants to watch anything but the Lions game.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Is that I think here in Florida and other places, you have more people that want to go to the bar and watch their team, whoever it may be. So I was trying to watch on the Red Zone on the app and stuff. First thing that I want to say, and I'm going to get into a little recap of my trip. Dude, they're calling it possibly one of the worst, depending on how you look at it, worst showings when it comes to opposing fan jerseys in Ray J. Did you guys talk about that at all?
No.
I know Drew was at the game. But I saw multiple posts, even from the Philadelphia Eagles social media themselves, of just seas of green at Raymond James. And I don't know that there's ever going to be anything we can do about that, especially with the team that's the reigning defending Super Bowl champ. It just really bums me out to see them come in here and especially a team like Philly, because love them or hate them, the fans are often dickheads. And just to see them come up in our home and take it over was a bummer. But Baker almost had us in a position where he could have made a miracle again, and it just didn't work out that way. So hopefully brighter days ahead. But it did bum me out to watch the Bucks lose from far away.
Yeah, I mean, we lost it ourselves, if that makes sense. Like, bad fumble, a bad interception. We were in the game a lot. There was a lot of pass interference calls that didn't get called. It was hard, but I think we see them in playoffs. We take them.
Yeah, and that's my thought too. I think it's really hard to beat a team 2 times in a row.
Yeah.
So I always like the idea of, okay, let's get this one out of the way. Beat us, that's fine. But when we see at the end of the year, at the playoffs, whatever it is, there's much better chance, I think, when you lose the first one, that you'll win the second one.
Yeah, and like you said, it sucks when we have snowbird teams come here because those fans, the New York fans, the Philly fans, they show up.
Yeah,
and
they do.
They're in the masses.
And I also think there are people that. Fair weather fans, whatever you call them. Like, I know that there are a lot of people in those Eagles jerseys that have Buccaneers jerseys in the closet.
Oh, of
you know
course.
what I mean? Because they're winning Super Bowls, because they're doing so great. They're like, this is my guy. This is my team. I'm going to ride with them, knowing that they probably have a Bucs jersey somewhere too. So hopefully, and our bandwagon it accepts anybody at all times. So when we knock they bitch ass birds out of the playoffs, you can put the Bucs jersey back on.
Yes, and the reactions from the crowd are
crazy.
Key Philly moments. You're like, what?
It's sad. Interact with at the John Senning, at Dizzy for mayor. I'm slowly creeping back to reality. Get up in the vroom room. YouTube. All you got to do is look up 102.5 The Bone, and when you see it, that little tube will have a live little strip across. Watch all the lovely people. I see Beckles there, Stephanie May, Ruli V, Mark the show, always like it on the way out the dough. Dude, so the trip was overwhelmingly awesome.
Yeah.
I will say it was a trip that I will, for many reasons, remember for the rest of my life in the best ways possible. And we got in pretty early on Friday. It was funny because I've been talking to you, and there was the guy Jason who brought me the hot dogs, the Flint style hot dogs that maybe some people didn't agree with, that I was eating back alley hot dogs. We get into town like early. It had to be like around 8:30, so it's like breakfast. I'm like, let's go get breakfast. So we went to a lot of the breakfast places there are Coney Island. So it's breakfast, but they serve hot dogs.
Yeah.
So, dude, I fired up my first couple Flint Conies at around 9 a.m. on Friday morning, which never a good idea to eat hot dogs at 9 a.m. in the morning. But there was just something about it. I knew that I was on a limited time frame, and I had to fire off some hot dogs for breakfast right when we got into town. But we got this Airbnb that was not too far from where I grew up, and it turned out being, nice. Dude, it turned out being so freaking nice. Like, I knew it was going to be nice, and we knew what we were in for. But way, way nicer than I could have ever imagined, because the plan and what we did pretty much was we got that place, and then there's really three of us, my best friends that I grew up with, me, my buddy Tim, and Derek, and we met on the bus in seventh grade, and pretty much been inseparable ever since, obviously until I moved away to Florida. And to just spend the day pretty much just partying there on the lake and in that house and grilling and having fires and fishing, and we almost sunk a damn paddle boat, which was pretty damn funny until it wasn't. And we just had we had a great time, and it's really cool. I don't know if you have like friends that you consider like your oldest friends, but I will go, sometimes years without talking to these guys, and there's just something about when you have those friends that you get back with that you just pick up right where you left off. And there's something, and not to get too sentimental on it, but I think there's something that kind of reminds you of yourself and your oldest friends that you can lose over time. And to hang out with those guys a bunch was awesome. And the other thing that's crazy, and they would be mad that I brought this up on the radio, but it's still fun to talk about, even though it's depressing. Dude, so it was the three of us, ride or die forever. I left. They became even better friends over that time. And then sometime after that, they stopped being friends. They had not gotten together in 5 years since the last time that the three of us were together. They live right up the road from each other. So, and I told them this privately, and I told them when I was saying goodbye to them, it brings me just as much joy to see those guys come back together and be friends and love each other and be loving on each other. And you drink too much, you tell your bros how much you love them, and to see those guys who live 10 minutes up the road from each other, who haven't seen each other in 5 years when I was there, I can only hope. And I told them, I said, my only wish leaving here is that you guys will, keep this up, and that you don't let anything get in between you, because nobody even knows what it's for. You get into little things with people, you don't talk to them, it doesn't mean anything. You know what I mean? You hold something against someone. Dog. It absolutely is. So that was awesome, and we partied way too hard on Friday night into the morning, and then Saturday got up early to head into Ann Arbor for this damn concert, which was one of the craziest experiences of my life.
So, like, the concert starts at 7, 8 o'clock. Yeah. So you head out, you make a whole day of it. You go out there like 3,
pretty
get
much
food, hang out in the area.
Yeah. So it was in Ann Arbor. Anybody who knows Michigan, that's where the University of Michigan is. And we had I really got to say, I don't know that there's anything you can do about it, but man, got a real beef with check-in times at places. Like, if you've got something to do, like, what good is a check-in time at 4 o'clock?
Yeah.
Like, the day is almost over at 4 o'clock. But needless to say, we get into town super early, like probably around 1 or something like that, and then cannot get into our Airbnb until 4. So we really just we put some miles on and checked out Ann Arbor. Really, I had been there a bunch when I was younger, but you know, when you're young, and I'm talking young, I actually, bizarrely enough, my whole ear deal that I have to go every 6 months to Ann Arbor, to the hospital there, to the big University of Michigan hospital. So my mom, like, every few months would take me out of school and we go spend the day in Ann Arbor, like when I was younger. So I didn't been there much when I was an adult, and I was blown away at just all the cool. It was just a cool vibe. Tons of bars and restaurants. They had a big farmer's market and this huge indoor market with all these different restaurants. We had fun all day long.
Sweater weather?
Dude, no, not at all.
It was hot?
Well, I'll say the nights, it like flipped on a dime.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
It was like that first day, and it was probably good for what we were doing because we were hanging outside. That first day, I'm like, F this. What is going on? I mean, it was like 80 degrees. I mean, it was 80. The sun was shining. I feel like I got even a little burnt on my shoulders. And it was funny because leading up to the concert, I'm like, I'm wearing something warm to this concert. Like, it's going to be outside. It's going to get chilly. Because right when the sun goes down, it does get much colder. And I put that damn sweater on, and wore it to the concert, and I was fine walking there. We had like a 13-minute walk from my Airbnb. I was fine walking there, and like as soon as we got there, I'm like, what in the hell are you doing wearing this sweater? Like I was legit. Even the person in front of me, it was so weird. The people that we ended up standing next to at the concert, they had just moved from St. Pete to Indiana, so they were like St. Pete people. And so we had been talking to them, and the lady finally goes, I just have to ask, you've got to be so hot. Why are you wearing that sweater? And all I just thought was, I'm just pretending, I guess. I thought it would be cold, and I was hoping it would be cold. And because of that, I am wearing a sweater in 80-degree weather right now.
Yeah, looking at the photo, most people are wearing T-shirts now that I'm looking at it.
And I will say, once the sun went down, it became much more comfortable. But that first hour and a half, 2 hours that we were there before the sun went down, I was just, that thing came off, by the way. That sweater came off. But dude, the concert experience, which I don't know, it seems like it's been fairly reported everywhere. They say did break the record for the largest ticketed concert event in the United States of America with like almost 113,000 people. And man, you felt every ounce of that 113,000 people. I had never been to that stadium before. And I don't even mean this in a bad way, even though maybe it'll be taken that way. Dude, it was so crunched in that place. Like it was like, you think about your average aisle that you go through when you're at a Bucks game or you're at any stadium ever. Like you can let the person, if somebody's got to go to the bathroom, like you can let them walk by.
Yeah.
You can't really do that in this stadium. Like
It's
there's
like Orlando.
There's not really enough space humanly for someone to pass you in an aisle. And it felt like there was probably about 5 too many people for every aisle. Like when you're everybody was standing, and like not even everybody can stand quite up straight and looking forward. Everyone's kind of like on a little mini angle so that you can even all fit into a row. And to see that many people together in one place, and not only that, but singing almost every damn word from the pits of their soul was just a really, really cool experience. I haven't been able to stop thinking about it since we left there. It was it was a spectacle. That's all I can really say.
Before this, what event would have been something you attended that's related to music with the most people? Is it like a festival? Like Drew asked me this yesterday. I said it's probably Reggae Rise Up.
Maybe. I don't. Well, my first thought was not necessarily a festival or music related thing. We've gone to a couple WrestleManias, which are always right there trying to break records and around that. So I think I found out that we went to, because I asked myself the same question, I was trying to figure it out. We went to WrestleMania in Dallas. I don't know how many years ago, WrestleMania 32. There was 98,000 people there. And that place is huge. But to give you a comparison, 98,000 in there, it felt spacious. It felt like I remember walking to the bathroom and thinking, it's not that bad in here. Like there's a lot of people, but this place is made for it. I don't know if they'll ever do a concert at the Big House ever again. To them, they probably will. They made a crap ton of money, and I wouldn't change anything about it. But it was probably pushing the boundaries of how many damn people you could get into that stadium.
Me, I don't like being around tons of
that crowd.
And I think it's because I'm a smaller guy. I was like, I want to be around with all these.
And I don't think that's wrong either.
Yeah.
And I see a lot of comments on online on the pictures and stuff, because the pictures like from overhead and just some of the pictures from inside the stadium, they're wild. Like I look at them and I go, I can't even wrap my head around the fact that we were in the middle of all of that. And a lot of comments are, why would you go into a group of people like that in the year 2025? And I don't even necessarily think that's what you're getting at.
No.
But I get it. I 100% get it. And I think I'll probably get to a point in my life where I'm not really about all of that. But it was just something. It was something to behold. And I mean, John Mayer, who it was interesting because I wondered to myself, like, what was the split on the amount of people that got tickets to this show for John Mayer? I mean, he's a huge star. Tours for the Grateful Dead now, one of the greatest guitarists of our generation, probably. And I just thought, is this a lot of John Mayer? Maybe we're underappreciating what John Mayer did. I would say with pretty fair certainty, it felt like there was barely any true John Mayer fans there. Like, it felt like that was a Zach Bryan crowd, and John Mayer was nice enough to open up. There was a lot of movement in the crowd, a lot of not paying attention, a lot of people. Some big songs came up, and they were excited for it. But it became very clear, very quick, that this was not a John Mayer group that bought up a bunch of these tickets.
No, people there for the Japanese guy.
Yeah, exactly. The Japanese, believe it or not, born in Japan, although he might not look like it.
Yeah.
Born in Japan. And so this was the fourth time we had seen him in concert. It'll be the last concert that he does of the year. And man, there's just something about, and his music's emotional, and it's if you like it, you like it, and if you don't, I guess I can understand why. But it's just like you're looking around and there's just people crying. There's just so many people crying, and so many people.
I mean, it's beautiful but weird.
It is. I get it. So I'll say, like, there's something that you could tell me that where people were and they were crying, and I would go, that's weird, because I don't really vibe with it. I get it only because if I didn't connect with the music, then I wouldn't have seen him as many times as I have. Like, there's one song that he doesn't perform at all, ever, really. And I think it's actually been a couple years, and he performed it there. And it's a song, it's to his mom, who died when he was really, really young. And
well, that'll do it.
Well, that'll do it. So it's like ones like that, but there's something about having that many people all into the same thing in the same place at the same time that is it's hard to put into words what it was like in there. It got so loud at points, it literally felt like your eyeballs were like rumbling in my head. My eyeballs rumbling in my head, to where it's almost like this shaking of the earth that you can't even really put into words, because everybody is just screaming and beating and pounding and yelling all at the same time, that it creates not only a noise but like a tangible feeling in the building that was pretty cool. And I'm glad we made the trip. It was a quick one up until.
Do you bring stuff in?
Yeah. Dude. Oh, how can I be remiss? People that are looking to plan trips, and I'm not working on the tourism board of Michigan or anything like that, but there's so much unknown beauty in Michigan. Like, I think Michigan is getting a little more well known for just the abundance of beauty, whether it be the lakes or the forest or anything. But on top of that, I am ready to say, Michigan, from what I've experienced, and I've been to Colorado, I've been to California, I've been to other states that have rec. Dude, nobody is on the wavelength of Michigan when it comes to recreational marijuana.
Really?
Dude, their weed game, it's overwhelming, doesn't even really do it justice. Like, we went to a dispensary, I guess it was, shortly after we got into town. And when I tell you, the room is about as big as this studio, and from the bottom of the floor to the top of the ceiling, it's product.
Ooh.
It's edibles, it's pre-rolls, it's vapes, it's everything you can think of times a million. Like, the variety almost seems wrong.
You're a kid in a candy shop.
You can't. It honestly almost becomes an uncomfortable feeling to go in there, because it's so overwhelming.
Yeah.
You couldn't even start to remember or think where you want to start, what you want to get. And I mean, luckily, this guy was such a character that we got in this place. And I told him that. I said, dude, I'm freaking out. I said, there's too much stuff in here. I said,
He's like, what do you want?
I was like, I'm a PCP dog. Help me out. No, I was like, I just need, these are the things that I'm looking for. Guide me to them. And, dude, the prices up there. When I say they don't make sense, like, that is the understatement of a lifetime. You can they had this giant bag, beautiful artwork on it, beautiful. It was a hybrid flower. It was like 22% THC, 28 1-gram joints, 28 1-gram joints for $18.
Ooh.
So you're getting an ounce of pre-roll joints for less than $20. And that's like the extreme end of the deals. But, everything is buy one, get two free. Everything is 15 different varieties of every little thing. Dude, we got this one. I said to the guy, tonight's a special night. I'm seeing friends I haven't seen in a long time. I need a showstopper. I need something that's,
Gonna pop the crowd.
That's gonna really pop the crowd. So he takes me over to this little glass case, and he's like, "Well, they were essentially what they were hand rolled cigars. They were hand rolled weed cigars that had then
Like cigars.
cigars.
Oh, wow.
That had so they go through like levels of it. So the top half it's all coated in wax, and then it's coated in all sorts of different A's and B's and different varieties all the way down the way." And it's just a crazy, crazy place. And it's so wild to go back to like my hometown where I grew up, because like the video store is a weed shop.
Yeah.
The liquor store is a weed shop. The
And
doctor's
everything
office
smells like weed out these places.
Dude, it really is.
Yeah.
There are places everywhere.
When I went back to Canada and it was legal, I'd go to the bank. I'd go, it smells like absolute weed out here.
It's so funny. One of my friends that I've talked about here that I hung out with, his parents growing up, always big smokers.
Yeah.
Like they were that's where we would sneak our weed. They were always big smokers. So they now live about 3 blocks away from the biggest grow operation in Lapeer, and there's 2 dispensaries right there. They actively, still big stoners to this day, are complaining and working against the city to try and get them to shut down because it smells so damn bad.
What?
This used to be the area where we have like a train track, and they would like load the feed and the grains and stuff on the trains. That whole area now is all been wiped out, and it's all just weed grows. And you just go over there in that part of town, and it just, the weed smell is so strong. But it was an amazing experience. It was really, really, really good to reconnect with old friends that I'd spent way too long not seeing. And the concert was just was life changing. Dude, one of the funny things that happened when we were in Ann Arbor was dude, we get to our house where we're staying. Finally, we check in at 4, and I realized I got no lighter. So I got all this stuff, and I've given up my lighter at some point. So we're in like a row of houses that, when I tell you it's party central, like every house is a college house, there's fraternity houses, and every house is partying. Like there's people out on every front porch.
Yeah, it's like a frat row type thing.
So like I go to the I said, I'm going out to one of these houses. I'm gonna find me a lighter. So I go out. She's like getting ready for the concert, and I hit the road. And the first stop I find you, there's like 30 kids playing this like massive game of beer pong right on the front porch. And I roll up. I'm like, hey, I'm willing to pay $5 to anybody who's got a lighter.
Everyone ran over.
Dude, you really realize how broke college kids are when the look of pure excitement popped up in their eyes that they could possibly get $5. So I ended up getting it for one of the guys. And I told him, I said, dude, I got so much booze with me right now that we're not going to be able to drink tonight, and I'm going to have to get rid of it. I was like, so I'll come back later tonight and I'll like unload some of my booze on you guys. Dude, so after the concert, I went back over late night to the frat house.
Yeah,
dude, with like 3 handles of booze.
Were they still playing?
Oh, they were.
Yeah.
The rage was still going, and it was just a really, really funny moment. Like I walk into this house with like a bunch of booze, and all these college kids are like, ah, really popped the crowd. But it was a lot of fun. And dude, I were you guys talking about Tim Hortons yesterday?
Briefly came up. Yeah.
Dude, because I killed some Timmy Hoes. That's a regular stop along the way.
You get a chocolate ice cap?
I don't go chocolate. I just go traditional. I just go ice cap. But yeah, I go ice cap. I had 2. I think we were there for 3 days. I think I had 2 ice caps and 2 regular
coffees.
Yeah,
like a
2 regular
double?
coffees. Yeah. Dude, they also added a bunch of stuff to their menu, which I was not down with.
Yeah, because they're trying to be like a food establishment.
They are. It was like they have like sausage McMuffins and like all sorts of.
Were they good?
No, I got the little egg bite things. They were not
those
good.
Suck.
And then I got a hash brown that was cold in the middle. So I'm gonna stick to. It never really was about the food.
No,
like you get a donut maybe.
Yeah.
But it was never really about the food. It was about the coffee. I did used to get the chicken stew in a bread bowl, which is pretty good back in the day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I only got coffee, the ice caps, and then Timbits.
Oh, the Timbits, yeah.
Which were, I think, before Munchkins, right?
Yeah. Well, the thing is that my childhood donut shop, I knew I was going to visit, so I was trying to stay loyal to that on the donut game. So we got some of those on Sunday morning and went to my old. That used to be the ritual when I was in school. Like on a big day, my mom would take us to Max's Donuts, and then we go to the park and eat them. So we went and got some Max's Donuts, and then sat on the river in the park, and it's cool, man. It's so weird. This trip felt so weird in a way, seeing my hometown too, because I don't want to make this sound more depressed. And I said some version of this to my friends, and I think it bummed them out. But I'm going to say it, and I don't mean it to sound as bad as I'm going to say it. And I think it's a good thing too. Like that's not home anymore. Like I think for so long I used to go there, even not that long ago. I used to go there, and I used to long for home. You know what I mean? Like I used to think to myself, this was my home. This is the town, and this is the people and the house that built me. Not to steal a lyric from a song, and I just felt that way when I went back. And this time, it didn't feel that way. Like, not in a sad way or a bad way. It was just like, this is a place that I spent a lot of my years, and I'll always have love for it, and I'll always come back. But and I think that's been a it's a place that doesn't exist anymore. Like that place is gone. Like so many, for reasons. I think the area, reasons I don't even know, but it's just different. But I'm back in Tampa, and it is September 30th, and we got a hell of a show.
Yeah.
Vrooman, dude, that was another thing that I kind of missed out on Sunday as well too, because we were running around. The end of the race. If you do know, don't say it yet, but
yes.
So you do know the drive.
With the
Yeah. Oh wait, actually no. This is different. This is pertaining to Denny Hamlin. Before, he may or may not have crashed his teammate a couple weeks ago.
Okay. Yeah.
This week, he may or may not have crashed not his teammate, but a member of the team that he owns.
Yes.
And I want to touch on that. And I also have a story about a 24-year-old. I meant to text you this and ask if you've talked about this yet. The 24-year-old in high school.
No, I saw that today. Yeah.
All right. We're going to touch on that as well for that thing. We have your chance at $1,000 coming up at 2:00. It's going to take me a minute to knock the cobwebs loose, but we're going to do it. Let me take one call. Everybody's been calling and holding very patiently.
They missed you, man.
Yeah, let me take one call before we go to break. And Senning Show, you're live on the air. What's up?
Hey, thanks a lot. What's up, brother? Dizzy, it's Paul.
What up,
John?
What up?
Hey, vroom, vroom, Ross Chastain. But anyways, hey, John, I was just asking the question, is as much charity as you guys do for our town, have you guys had a conference table talk about with Christmas coming up? Because we got a lot of kids still that don't live at home.
Yes, every year. Drew and John will be saving Christmas again this year. I appreciate you thinking ahead, but we absolutely will. Senning Show, you're live on the air. Who's this?
Hey, Bob, this is Allie.
Allie, what's up? How you doing?
I'm good. So I'm actually from Grand Rapids. I've lived here for about 10 years now, but I was wondering, do you remember when Michigan went medical marijuana at first?
I wasn't there for that. I was not there. So I don't know much about when it happened or how big the gap was. All I know is that when I go up there now, I feel like I'm living in an alternate universe with more weed than I know what to do with myself.
Yeah, so when it first started, it was like a different program. So you're assigned a caregiver, essentially, and they grow, and you can go to their house and just get products.
Oh,
yeah, so it was really different than Florida.
Yeah,
but I went back this year, and I got some cured sugar, and yeah, dude, like cut above the rest. Incredible stuff. Their prices are amazing. So it was nice to hear somebody else experience that.
Yeah, it really is, dude. They sell, like, you get into the edible game, Diz, you can go in there and buy a block of fudge. Like, they have a Detroit fudge company where you can go in and buy an entire block of fudge. Like, you're down at a tourist fudgery and an entire medicated block of fudge. Like, that's just one example of, it's just so different, dude.
Yeah.
An entire, a lot of dispensaries out west have this too, but like an entire cooler section. Like you were at the gas station.
Yeah.
All the drinks, all medicated.
Really?
Like, there's so much. It really is.
Florida's missing out.
And I think one day once we get to rec, we'll be in a better place. But mad love for Michigan, and I look forward to getting back up there again sometime sooner than later.
I do love that, and I've had this feeling at one point. I've always kind of had this feeling, but I remember me and my ex had a disagreement about this because at one point I told her when I was visiting, I go, I can't wait to get back home. She's like, What does that mean? I go, Florida's home.
Yeah,
and I love that.
It is. It definitely is, and it's that doesn't take away anything from the place, but it is. I think it's the first time that I've ever had that feeling, and like you said, it's a good thing. It's a great thing.
Yeah.
It's probably the best thing you could ask for. So do not go anywhere. More Senning Show on the way. I loved seeing pictures. People were sending me videos and pics from the tailgate on Sunday while they were eating their Wild Fork food that was cooked up from the brisket shop. Thanks to everybody who stopped at the Wild Fork in South Tampa and saw the Mike O radio show on Saturday as well. If you don't know about Wild Fork, I can only assume you've been living under a rock, but they have over 450 options of the best proteins, sides, seasonings, desserts, and everything else you can imagine under the sun at unbelievable prices. I love getting it delivered. We're all very busy, so if you can have your meat delivered right to your front door, what a thing. I call it Meat Christmas because that's how it feels when it shows up. You can order it and pick it up or just go shopping. They have locations in South Tampa, West Chase, St. Pete. Wait, did I forget one? Nope. South Tampa, West Chase, St. Petersburg. There's 3. I'm back. And always online at wildforkfoods.com.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. Download the free Bone app to listen to us anywhere. Sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate. Get your guaranteed offer at markspain.com.
Corona is now the official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and we're giving you the chance to score tickets to a game, including VIP pirate ship access, custom Corona Bucks Yeti coolers, and more. Visit coronafootball.com for details. Corona, game day's favorite beer. Flags up, limes in.
The best thing about being a woman is the prerogative to have a little fun. That's the great thing about singing karaoke at the Cava Social Club. Even if Dizzy hates the song and all your friends hate the song, you can still sing every Wednesday night at the Cava Social Club in downtown Bradenton. So if my song isn't for you, Diz, do you know which planet has over 145 moons?
The answer is false. I don't know, man. It's a stupid question. Why would I even know that?
Well, if trivia is your forte, make sure you make your way to the Cava Social Club every Thursday night for the best trivia on planet Earth.
Maybe performing on the mic's not your thing. Maybe you're not a smart guy and you can't perform well in trivia. But there's tons of things to do. You can just check it out online at thecavasocialclub.com or follow them on social media at Cava Social Club for all the latest updates.
Keep it chill and we'll see you there. Boolah, baby!
Hi, I'm Ray from Sun Toyota of Newport Richey. Shop everything under the sun with Sun Toyota. Everything, including new Camrys, Corollas, RAV4s, and Tundras. With Corolla payments starting at $179 a month. Backed by a nationwide lifetime warranty with 4-year maintenance included. Plus, you're only 2 clicks away from your best price. So visit Sun Toyota today. Because when you make it Sun Toyota of Newport Richey, we make it happen.
Call 800-639-3367 for more details.
Sun Toyota of Newport Richey.
Cat name mode for Crunch Fitness, where you can join now for $0 enrollment. Membership started at $9.99 a month. Why does my counter say I have the best body on the bone? Because I go to Crunch. Crunch Fitness has all the cutting-edge equipment that you're going to need. World-famous group fitness classes and certified personal trainers. I use one. I've never seen better results. Again, $0 enrollment with membership started at $9.99 a month. With over 500 locations nationwide, you're sure to find a convenient gym close by. Go to crunch.com to find a location near you and get crunched. Hurry, offer ends 9:30.
Sprouts Farmers Market is having our first ever organic sales store-wide with 20% off all organic produce.
No shiitake. So like really affordable organics?
Hey, we know what it's like out there.
Hell yeah. Organic greens too?
All organic veggies and fruits actually, 20% off.
Oh, Chip. What about these organic tortilla chips?
Yep, also part of the store-wide organic sale.
You swear?
Oh, I'd never swear. But the Sprouts Organic Sale with 20% off all organic produce is on now until October 7th.
Football's here, and it's time to make some money with Hard Rock Bet. Are the dogs barking this weekend? See which underdog bettors are backing in the Hard Rock Bet Discovery page, and touchdowns win games. Pick your favorite playmaker to hit pay dirt in Week 5 at the Hard Rock Bet app. If you don't have it, simply download it or go to hardrock.bet. Sign up and bet $5 on any game. If you win, you also score $150 in bonus bets. A winning bet and boosted bankroll. That's how you get the party started. It's Hard Rock Bet, offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus, physically present in Florida. To wager, terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Call 888-ADMIT-IT.
Many of you know that my inspiration for becoming an accident attorney was my brother Tim, who was rendered a quadriplegic at age 18. I didn't know what a personal injury lawyer was or what they did, but I soon did. Tim was treated terribly by the insurance company, and I became enraged. It was a constant delay and deny. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Tim later worked with me for 27 years. Last year, my hero died at age 65. You can see my eulogy for him by visiting mybrothertim.com. He was one hell of a man. Because of Tim, together we built the largest injury firm in the world, and our clients are treated the way I would want my family to be treated. At Morgan & Morgan, nobody is a nobody and everybody is a somebody. If you need our help, visit forthepeople.com on your phone or computer. See you soon, Tim. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Injured? Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want to boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/radio to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio. HIMS.com/RADIO.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Billy, your gas light's on. We need to stop and fill up.
No way, Jen. Gas around here is too expensive. We can make it a little further.
Billy, listen to your big sister. You don't need to drive all over searching for the lowest gas prices. Do what I do and use Upside.
Upside?
Do you live under a rock, Billy? Upside is the hottest cashback app out there. It's free to download and you get real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. I use it all the time and I've already made around $200.
You can make that kind of cash back just for buying the gas you have to buy anyway?
Yes, I'm looking at the Upside app now and there's a gas station at the next exit offering 25 cents per gallon cash back.
Okay, I'm stopping to download Upside and fill up my tank. Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code REDEEM25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code REDEEM25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code REDEEM25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Get to Vinoy Park November 21st to the 23rd for the first ever St. Pete Country Fest. 3 days of the best country music at Vinoy Park November 21st to the 23rd. Featuring Parker McCollum, the Red Clay Strays, Treaty Oak Revival, and more. You don't want to miss it. Go to the contest page at theboneonline.com to enter to win tickets.
Accidents happen in a second. Take a second to call Farah and Farah. Tampa.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
You might know nothing, but at least you'll know that thing. Brought to you by Just Call Mo, Tampa's injury attorney. That thing. It's time for That Thing right now on Senning Show.
1, 2, you know what to do.
Senning Show. The Vroom is building. Thank you to everybody with the kind words in the Vroom room. Glad to be back. I'd like to say I feel recharged and refreshed. I feel like I have the quarter of the brain that I left with. My brain is mush, and I'm not ready. That's just me being 100% honest. But we're going to get through it together, and every day is going to get a little bit better. So I wanted to hit this real quick, just because I do not want, I do not want the Vroom Nation to think I'm not still vrooming. So last week, Denny Hamlin, who I believe it's safe to say is our number one pick for the championship, this year. He's who we're wanting to win. He's never won one before. He is part of Joe Gibbs Racing, and even for the non-NASCAR fan, I'm trying to tell you these little stories that would be interesting to somebody who doesn't even care about NASCAR. So Denny Hamlin races his car for Joe Gibbs Racing. He also owns a racing team with Michael Jordan. Yes, that Michael Jordan. It is 2311 Racing. And on that team is Bubba Wallace, who has been a bit of a controversial figure throughout the past. He had the thing where he thought there was a noose hanging inside a garage. Turned out it was just the way that the rope hung on the garage since the beginning of time. Some people know him for that. But needless to say, he's had a great season. And we're now in the NASCAR playoffs where he has to win. He pretty much has to win a race to get into the next round of the playoffs. He is in a win and you're in situation. Denny Hamlin currently leading. He's going to make it to the next round no matter what. So and I was so bummed that I missed this after the fact. I did not see it live. But going into the final lap of the race in Kansas on Sunday, things got a little crazy between Denny Hamlin and Bubba Wallace. Bubba Wallace technically needs to win to get in, and also is driving the car for Denny Hamlin.
Bubba's hanging on. Here comes Hamlin. Driving that car with no power steering. Bubba's in the wall. He's fighting his bus for this win. Chase Elliott comes through on the inside. Oh my goodness. Chase Elliott. How about that?
Dude, the haters are out in full force on our boy Denny. After wrecking his teammate last week and then this week, he probably could have just laid in the cut and let his driver, Bubba Wallace, win the race. He chose to race him very hard, ran him up into the wall, only to allow Chase Elliott to pass both of them. And a lot of Bubba Wallace, I don't know if you saw the video, he flipped Denny the bird after he drove by. Denny refusing to apologize. And as we head into the next round of the playoffs, these storylines that are in NASCAR right now are really, really good. And also, I would say, for somebody who doesn't care about NASCAR or thinks you don't care, what a great time to get into it, because you'll be able to understand what's going on. There's a very small amount of people now that can even win the championship. So maybe you've been hearing us talk vroom vroom all year and going, what the hell, I don't get it. Now would be the equivalent of hopping in like in the second round of the playoffs in any other sport. So very, very exciting stuff. And a lot of people, a lot of big names coming for Denny Hamlin saying he's causing too much trouble and this is going to ruin his chance at a playoff. But at this point, I don't see how that's true. He's going to the next round.
I cannot wait for like basically next year when they do the full speed catch up and they do like episodes on this that, you know, kind of cover this and stuff we didn't know behind the scenes.
Yeah.
That's what really got me into NASCAR. And you said that it would. Like if you go watch the full speed on Netflix, it will make you a fan. There's a lot of cool stuff in there.
And I think that's what NASCAR is failing to do on the television screen is like tell the stories all the time.
Yeah.
Like you should know the ins and outs of all these different things and what's going on at any given moment. So, you know, it's just one of those things where...
You tried to ignore my calls, and now I control the bone. I told John Senning there'd be trouble if he didn't get me back in first place. Good day to you, Bone fam. Fiends, those of the higher order. It's your old pal Trader Gator coming to you unalive from my Shout Shack deep in Green Swamp with a fair warning. There are but 2 days left in the first round of the Face of Halloween competition, and I need to finish first to advance. All you do is go to faceofhalloween.org/2025/Trader-Gator to cast your free vote daily. Or if you one of them highfalutin types, buy me some votes. All proceeds benefit Starlight Children's Foundation. If you don't, you might as well be saying you love when children are seriously ill, you sickos. So vote now and get me back in first, or else your precious Senning Show may be no more. Go vote or forever rest in peace. Y'all come by and see me sometime, you hear? To quote my mentor, Dr. Paul Bearer, I'll be lurking for you. We now return you to your regularly scheduled programming for now. Take us out of here, swamp magic spirits!
I think it just really comes down to the fact that all throughout NASCAR, forever and always, there have been like these different rivalries. When I first got into it, it was Jeff Gordon and Dale Earnhardt. And I think later on, I think it was even like Denny Hamlin and Kurt Busch. So I think you need a good rivalry to have people intrigued constantly with NASCAR, and now it just feels like with all of this drama, it's a good time to get on board. That being said, they were talking about the ratings on Denny's podcast, and they're not good. Not a lot of. It is a weird.
He has a lot of
thing.
haters.
Yeah, well, no, it's for the whole sport. Like the race ratings are not. I don't want to say that maybe it has something to do with the Australian guy on the play-by-play, but maybe it's got something to do with the Australian guy on the play-by-play.
You will not let that go.
It's not. I want.
But
to,
I get it.
I want to let it go.
Yeah.
I really do want to let it go. It's just, and he's good at. Like I can even recognize that he's good at what he does. Like I can see that, and it's still not enough.
It just doesn't sound like it fits the format the same way I say when I watch British Premier League games, and if they have some American talking, I go, get this guy out of here.
Well, and the thing is that when I think about it from my perspective, we were in this weird window where certain things were like passe and not cool. We totally are in this window now where kind of like old school redneck mentality is kind of fun again for a lot of people. So I think maybe it's time for NASCAR to get back in touch with their old school roots. There was a report going around out there that they were going to do a new commercial with Sydney Sweeney for next season. So
everyone wants a piece of that.
You just get those hoots pushed up and out, and people will be vrooming themselves right over to the television.
We could promote anything with that. I feel like if she pushed those up, it's like Soviet Union. Let's try again.
Exactly.
Like,
Yep. I think you nailed it. Sex sells, and that's not just a fun thing to say. 800-771-1025. We've got about 8 minutes until your chance at $1,000 with the bonus keyword. Any developments on the missing audio while I was gone of the woman who won, Sherry Weeks?
No.
Yeah, because we also called her and we never heard back. So I don't.
No,
I'm not sure. But
should we follow up on that?
No, I think if it's gone, it's probably gone forever. But more reason to win today, so that we can hopefully have your audio and play it.
8 minutes.
Yeah, 8 minutes. This story is too good not to share, and it's perfect for that thing. You'd like to believe that we live in an advanced society where an adult can't find a way to just like become a student, like just show up at a high school through some form of circumstances and blend in. It's
21 Jump Street.
21 Jump Street. What was the one with Drew Barrymore? Never Been Kissed?
Yep.
These movies where it happens and you just go, well, that can never really happen in real life. Well, it does, and it did. It is, and it.
I could probably do it.
There may be you probably could. You have to shave everything.
Okay, I don't think we had to get that far.
Well, I don't mean like your whole undercarriage or anything.
Okay.
I just mean like completely clean shaven all over your.
What do you think I'm doing with these students?
I'm like,
you gotta really sell it.
I need to shave you. I need to shave you if you're going to do this.
That'd be pretty funny if we could go to a school and talk to them and be like, can we see how far?
No way in hell they'd let us do
let me
it.
fake through the day.
Actually, I've got connections at schools. I've got shout out to my man Russo the librarian out there. If we could possibly embed Diz for a day and see if how many students question his age.
And every time we're talking about stuff, I go, "This is boring." No, it's not. 102.5 The Bone. My dad listens to it. Like that'll be the promo.
So to the residents of Perrysburg, Ohio, his school pals and the guardians who welcomed in, Anthony Emmanuel Labrador Sierra was a 16-year-old human trafficking victim. There was one problem. None of that is true. He was really 24 years old and had a baby with his ex-fiancée in a town over in Toledo, Ohio. His scheme worked for over a year, with authorities falling for a birth certificate he produced, shaving 6 years off of his age. Then one night, Evelyn Camacho, the mother of Labrador Sierra's daughter, called the house where he was living. This is convoluted as all hell. His new guardians, a couple in their 60s, Kathy and Brad Melford, answered the phone. I was questioning what the truth was, said Camacho. Did he lie to me about being an adult, or did he lie to them about being a child? I didn't know what was going on, and I care about him. He's the father of my daughter, she tells the New York Post. The Meffords called the school, which in turn called the police. They also searched his room and made unsettling discoveries, finding burner cell phones, fake IDs, and a semi-automatic pistol and 3 loaded 9mm magazines, according to the arrest affidavit. Labrador Sierra has since pled guilty to lying on immigration forms and an application to purchase the firearm. He has been handed over to ICE and could potentially face decades in prison. Why did he do it? That is a great question that people don't exactly have the answer to. Probably only he knows why he did it, and maybe not even him. Those close to him say that he's very impulsive. The case has upended the 25,000-person town, with many questioning how easily Labrador Sierra was able to dupe authorities and get it enrolled into school, with one lady saying, a soccer mom, as they call her, people are shocked. We live in an area that is somewhat conservative. There were some who were like, holy moly, how did this get past the school officials? I love a nice holy moly. Not enough people throwing out a holy moly anymore. I'm going to try and work in more holy molies.
We got to bring back the slang.
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
That's a holy moly. That's a top tier one.
The phrases white people like to say. Holy moly it might be the Mecca. It might be the Mecca of, holy moly. A statement from the school reads, we've reviewed our enrollment process and confirmed we followed federal law. Schools are required to immediately enroll unaccompanied minors without requiring standard enrollment paperwork. While we were not required to, the school district did obtain a birth certificate. So schools are required to immediately enroll unaccompanied minors without requiring standard enrollment paperwork. That seems incredibly unsafe.
Yeah.
So if you roll up to a school unaccompanied and you say you're a kid or under the age of 18, then like per the law in some places they have to.
They just got to believe.
Be like, okay, kiddo,
right.
Come on in. This is your school now. According to a report filed the police division, all of this began on November 1st, 2023, when he called Perrysburg School to see about enrolling. The report states that he claimed he was homeless and was an immigrant from Venezuela and had been the victim of human trafficking, and he wanted to become a student there. On January 13th, 2024, he met with school officials and produced a birth certificate that appeared to show that he was born on December 2nd, 2007. It's unclear how or what country issued the birth certificate. He moved in with the Meffords, parents of 4, on March 24th. They were granted permanent guardianship in November of 2024. My first question would be, did he bang high school girls?
Of course. He seems like a little schmucky guy.
Yeah, and I don't know. It doesn't say anything about specifically who's living in this house. So you're obviously these good people brought him in and did right by him. Who are their other kids? Like, did they have teenage girls? Was he?
Oh,
did
I didn't think of that. Yeah.
The other thing about him too. So he's 16, and I guess they just said people explained it away because he had a hard life. He had many blatant tattoos, but also blended it in well enough that when one of the families held a dinner in their home for the school players, he was invited, and nothing seemed to miss.
Tattoos don't really do it for me. I knew a lot of kids in high school had tattoos.
Really?
Yeah. A lot of them. Yeah.
Yeah, see, I don't know that, and again, they're just a sheltered small town life, I suppose, but I don't know that anybody had a tattoo in high school that I recall.
Really?
I don't think so, no.
No, not everyone. There was a large majority of people who had tattoos, and they're usually the bad kids. Go figure.
Yeah, and again, even if you think it's a bad kid, I don't necessarily think that you're going to go, is this kid a kid?
I remember there was a soccer phenom, Freddie Adu. Do you remember him?
It sounds familiar. Did he lie about his age?
Yeah, he was an American player, and he was same age as me, maybe a year younger. And he was going to play for DC United, and a big thing came out where it's like, I don't think this kid's actually a teenager. I think he's an adult pretending to be a teenager.
Yeah.
And they did this massive look into his life, and they got some birth certificate in 2003, but everyone's like, it's been doctored.
Oh, they don't believe it.
Well, the pundits, the big football pundits go, I don't think it's true. He stood out when he was a younger player because he was an older guy playing against younger kids. But when he went to the pros, he did not shine. And a lot of people speculate it's because, well, he's an adult now playing with adults, and that's why he's getting exposed.
Oh, dude.
He's not really a little kid.
Oh, it's like Obama all over again, dude.
Yeah.
Fake birth certificate. Yeah. So where did it stand? Like, it was never proven that he lied.
Never proven that he lied. They're like, well, he produced one, so whatever.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy. All right, who wants $1,000? We got to do this today, and we got to make sure that this audio makes its way back to us, okay? Here's the word. The word is card. C-A-R-D. All you need to do is head to the 102.5 The Bone app right now and enter that word. It's card. C-A-R-D. Before 30 minutes past the top of the hour, and the $1,000 bone bonus could be yours. A fun thing you could do, you got some friends, you got some family, shoot them the word. Say it's card, and then say download this app and put it in. You got 30 minutes to do so. Maybe they'll cut you off a few bucks if you actually win. And when that person calls you, it'll be sometime after 30 minutes past the top of the hour. Make sure you shout us out. Don't do anything that's going to make them not give us the audio, but show some love to Senning Show and let it be known what you were listening to. Again, that word is C-A-R-D. Dude, I didn't see your email until just right now. Dude, you watched some of the runarounds?
Oh, you didn't know that?
This news to me.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. All right. I have to know what I have to know.
You gonna do it now? You're gonna wait till it's true?
I'm gonna wait because I think there's an element of it I want to touch on with Joj too, because she was texting me when we were talking about it. So I at least want your early opinions of the runarounds until I have to come face to face with my attacker at 3 o'clock, who has been burying the good name of the runarounds for days on end now. Do not go anywhere. More Senning Show on the way. Again, the word is C-A-R-D. Head to the 102.5 The Bone app and enter that word right now. You got 30 minutes. The judge is in. Judge Juicy, Joj, joins the program when we come back.
Listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. Stingray Chevrolet presents Calta Cruise 19. You can win a cabin on Calta Cruise 19. Visit Stingray Chevrolet and scan the QR code on the Calta Cruise display to enter. While you're there, find the vehicle that's right for you from their selection of new and used cars. Calta Cruise 19. Brought to you by Stingray Chevrolet, Tampa Bay's big store on I-4 exit 22, Plant City. For all the details, visit theboneonline.com.
Injured? Take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time. The next time you're out to dinner with friends, you can order the shrimp cocktail for the table. And maybe you'll realize it only comes with 4 shrimp after you've already given away 3, but that one shrimp will be so good. And if you switch and save hundreds, you could get shrimp all the time. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time. For shrimp. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
Febreze. It's a classic odor tale. You fried fish for dinner, cleaned up, but the smell is still in the house. And the neighbors are coming over for game night. They're on their way. And then you spray Febreze Air Mist. Febreze Air starts working instantly to fight even your toughest odors, so you go from fish to fresh like that. Now, all you have to worry about is Pam cheating at charades.
Breathe happy, Febreze, la 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 la.
Sprouts Farmers Market is having our first ever organic sales store-wide with 20% off all organic produce.
No shiitake. So like really affordable organics?
Hey, we know what it's like out there.
Hell yeah. Organic greens too?
All organic veggies and fruits actually, 20% off.
Oh, Chip. What about these organic tortilla chips?
Yep, also part of the store-wide organic sale.
You swear?
Oh, I'd never swear. But the Sprouts Organic Sale with 20% off all organic produce is on now until October 7th.
Mike Calta here for Shark Coast Tactical. Breaking news in Florida. The Second Amendment sales tax holiday is finally here. This is your chance to save big on all things firearms. Looking for a new rifle, pistol, shotgun, ammo? You pay no tax. Get to Shark Coast Tactical now. Don't forget, Will is going to cover your tax stamp fee on select suppressors. The shop is slinging freedom from 10 to 6 daily. Closed on Sunday and open online 24/7 at SharkCoastTactical.com. Shark Coast Tactical's on Bee Ridge Road in Sarasota. Look for them on social media. Tell them Mike Calta sent you.
Local folks in uniform know that when it comes to jewelry, IDC rolls out the red carpet every time.
I actually bought my wife's wedding and engagement ring from IDC.
Meet Jamison Kinsey, a Largo firefighter and paramedic who took advantage of International Diamond Center's 15% discount for first responders.
Amazing to get that discount and get something much prettier than I probably could have without it.
At IDC, we love our heroes.
People like myself and all the other first responders, it helps us in our budgets and every day to know that there's a place like IDC that we can go and get incredible value for amazing product.
International Diamond Center, always going out of our way to deliver exceptional value for those milestone moments in everyone's life, and always just a little bit extra for our military and first responders.
My name is Jamison Kinsey, and I'm a Largo firefighter paramedic, and I've been super grateful for everything IDC has done for myself and our department.
International Diamond Center, proud to serve those who serve us. Tampa, Clearwater, Lakeland, and Sarasota.
Contact Tax Relief Helpers for details and restrictions.
Attention, anyone that owes money to the IRS. Every day, your unpaid tax debt gets bigger and bigger from daily interest. The longer you wait, the more you will end up paying. If you owe $10,000 or more, now is the time to settle your debt before the IRS takes aggressive action, like taking your wages or property. A special toll-free number has been established so you can stop penalty fees, avoid liens, levies, or other hostile measures by the IRS. Call Tax Relief Helpers right now.
I got behind on my taxes and owed $48,000. I called and they got my bill lowered to just $3,500.
I owed $87,000 in taxes, and it was scary. I got the amount I owed down to just $3,500. I saved $83,500.
If you owe money to the IRS, don't wait another day. Your tax debt gets bigger and bigger from daily interest. Call right now before the IRS enforces liens, levies, or other aggressive measures. The call and consult are absolutely free. Call now.
Call 800-998-0633. 800-998-0633. That's 800-998-0633.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody. Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/radio to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/radio for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/radio for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/radio. See representative for warranty details.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
Our office computers were from like 2012.
What? They had computers then?
Yeah, I don't know much about new tech.
Apparently.
So I went to Staples and saved big on an AI-powered HP laptop and HP OfficeJet Pro printer, which also came with 3 months of free instant ink.
And we're back in this century. During Staples HP Tech Event, save up to 35% on HP printers and up to 40% on AI-powered HP PCs.
That was easy.
In-store, online, and on the app. Until 11/1, select models only.
You still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Having a tough time paying your bills? Learn how to reduce your credit card debt to a fraction of what you owe. Call the Debt Helpline now for free advice. 800-329-9912. 800-329-9912.
1025 The Bone. Wheel Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 107.3 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio. And now, back to Senning Show. With your host, John Senning.
I never knew.
Now, I may have been in Michigan to see Zach Bryan and John Mayer, but we drove around so much, and I can tell you the majority of that soundtrack was the newest, hottest band on planet Earth that's catching a lot of flack around these parts lately. And this is them, the Runarounds.
The fake band.
so funny because we were talking about it last week. This is before actually Drew or you watched any of it, and you guys were just bashing it sight unseen. JoJo, who joins us, the juice is loose. Judge Juicy at Joanne Petrella.
Good afternoon,
so lovely
gentlemen.
to see you today. She was texting me because we were trashing that Alex Warren song that's like the biggest song ever a couple weeks ago, and you hit me up and you said, how does it feel when people are trashing your sacred cows?
Taste your own medicine,
and
buddy.
I said, well, that song does suck, but I do get what you're saying. And it struck me when you texted me that this is very much up your alley. Like this is up I don't know what you would call it. Is like they're playing their own instruments and they're playing their own instruments, they're singing their own songs, but there is a boy band element to it that I think is up your alley. And
I love it.
And they're created for television, which you love a good TV made band like the rest of us.
I do.
They are a real band, by the way, Diz.
Like in the show,
no, they're a so I'm
IRL,
not locked
IRL.
in. I'm not locked in yet, but I'm pretty close to being locked in. I think the date is October 18th. I think we're going up to Gainesville to see him.
Really?
Yeah, I think we're going to go with
to like a meet and greet to meet the cast.
No,
of the show?
this will be a concert.
It's like a Comic-Con, but you're going to go meet the band.
This is an actual band that will be performing in Gainesville, and I think we're going to go with my buddy Ben Ruda from Tiza and Caroline. They're going up, and I think we're going to do it.
What songs are they doing? What songs are they covering?
You watched the first, and we do have to save a bit of it for Drew because I know he's been piling on the runarounds, but like legitimately, I don't even know that I would recommend this show for you. I don't even know that I ever did recommend this show for you guys.
Yeah, you did.
Like I said, I
forgot, but I will watch.
I watched it, but not everything that I watch and like do I think is for everybody. So really would not think you would like it on the surface, to be honest with you.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know. He likes some cheesy stuff.
Yeah.
The best way I could explain the show is gay. I was watching, I was like, what kind of high school dramatic over the top?
When I set up this whole thing, I said that it was I said this. I said it's like a Disney show. It's a kids show. I said it's a teen drama. All of these things
CW
are absolutely
show.
true.
That's what it feels like.
It's got CW. It's got CW
I'm here
vibes.
for it.
Yeah. And I will say this. And I was texting with Ben Ruda over the weekend because once he started catching flack for all this, the show almost gets in the way of the band.
Yes.
Like
the fake band.
Like if you I don't know what would happen if somebody just handed me this album and said, hey, here's this new band. I really, really like them. Tell me what you think. I don't know if I needed the show to appreciate the band, but I do think that for the masses, the show will work against the band.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
The whole time I'm watching, I'm like, these over-the-top, stupid, over-dramatic storylines.
But
you're right. It takes away kind of from what at least I came there for. Which
but you're older. I think for a younger demographic, you have like the Hannah Montanas. So, I mean, it just was a catalyst for...
It's not that far down, but you're not.
But I'm saying, as far as a catalyst for a music career, like that's how Miley Cyrus, got her exposure and built this audience.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting if these guys can actually turn into a real band. And we will get into it more with Drew, who's been
I think you need to schedule
the runarounds.
Bring your little tape recorder and have a little
or get him around here. But yes, Drew has been actively trolling the runarounds.
I definitely will go with you if they're here.
Dude, I'd love to see him in St. Pete or Tampa or something. So who knows? Now that they know that we got love for him down here,
they maybe did 2 songs. Episode. I give it an episode, and then I was getting ready today, and I was like, all right, I'll let it play while I'm doing some show prep. And I haven't seen too much music. The first episode, pretty good. Second one, not a lot. Well, so far, not a lot of music in it. It is just annoying how cringe it could be.
It is. It is undeniably cringeworthy. Like that is not. That is like there were multiple times where I'm watching the show, I go, God, this is terrible.
Yeah.
Like there are just those moments, but.
The panic attack where they're like, let's sing a song for our boy and get him up.
But we used to watch that kind of stuff. And it's so crazy now having a child and watching all of these stupid shows. But then I find myself and I end up sitting there watching them like, oh God, what's going to happen now?
The dumbest thing to me in that show is how the kids talk to adults. Like they're just boys. Like the mom and the main band guy's parents are like, kind of going through it because the dad's like a struggling writer, and the mom makes sure to tell him in front of the son all the time, and then the son's like, yeah, Dad, when are you gonna get your life together? it's so over the top. And then the girl has like
I love
a dad who's like a drunk.
I mean, it's terrible, but
and she's like, Dad, you need to get your life together. And like, you know, this is not the first time I've been taking care of you. I'm like, oh my God.
But you know what the show's got? And this is why
gay moments.
This is why people like you and Drew can't appreciate it. It's got heart. It's you know, there's no murder, there's no bad vibes. It's about the music and it's about heart. And I think you guys have you know, darkness in your soul ultimately, and you need darkness in your shows. And that's why this didn't work for you guys. And we'll talk.
I do like murder.
I have a feeling.
And
So do I. Honestly, I like it a little bit more than most. You said something. You said now that I have kids, and you were telling us something before.
I only have one.
I know, but that we know of.
Oh,
before we came back on, we don't have to get into it at all. But I think it is an interesting conversation. I've always gravitated to stories about this because I'm always interested in hearing parents' perspectives because it feels like one of the worst things that could happen. Not saying you're in that situation yet, but when it gets down the road and it feels like there's nothing that you can really do and nothing's really working.
Yeah.
And I was just curious if you would be willing to share any of what might be going on with a little bullying incident, if possible.
So like 2 weeks ago, Ev came to me and said that she had this new friend in class. Everybody's her best friend. She loves everybody. She wants to be friends with everybody. That's just who she is.
Yeah.
And then I'm always crushed when she goes up and wants to play with somebody and then they tell her no. But I know that's a part of life and she handles rejection pretty well and she just moves on to the next. But for some reason, like this new kid who just started in her school, I don't know if she wants to she feels bad because she doesn't know anybody. So she's really trying hard to be her friend.
It's a girl.
Yes. So hard for her. I said, did you give so-and-so the card you made her? And she said, yeah. I said, did she love it? And she goes, no. She told me she didn't like it. And read it. I said, well, did you read it to her? She goes, well, I didn't remember what it said. I go, okay, but that's beside the point. You still did something thoughtful and you made, I said, that's not cool. I said, that's, well, you're never making her a card again.
Right.
So then, fast forward a couple days.
The person?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. We'll call her Special K.
From the
Special
card
K.
situation. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm like, you don't need to listen to Special K. She's not the teacher. I said, if you don't understand something, then you ask one of your teachers or a grown up, whatever. Okay. So yesterday I get a phone call that my daughter jumped, hurt her back. She's okay. They just wanted to give me a heads up.
If it was not a straight up fall, then
I said,
there's
okay.
There's going to be
so
blood.
I talked to
blood in the streets.
I talked to my daughter. She was fine. She came out. And she wasn't even going to tell me.
Oh, see, that is the part that is very interesting. And I told you that I have a similar thing in our family right now, and I'll be as vague as possible too, where there was concern that maybe he just wasn't telling, and that is what.
Yeah.
And I don't even know where that comes
so
from.
Part
is
of me is
protecting them or themselves or.
I think both.
Yeah.
Because I think she wants this girl to be her friend.
Yeah.
And so she does it. She knows that I already don't particularly love the attitude and the behavior from this Special K. So when we got in the car, I just kind of lifted her shirt up to see if there was any marks. And she just looked at me and was like, did school call you? And I said, yeah. I said, I got an email and I said, I just want to make sure you're okay. And she said, I'm fine. I said, what happened out there? I said, did you fall? And she said, well, I jumped. I said, why did you jump? She said, well, Special K told me she wouldn't be my friend if I didn't.
Oh my gosh.
She's making it.
Dude, that is insane.
You want to be in, you got to jump.
Dude, that is insane. That's even more insane than pushing somebody.
Yeah.
That's a mini baby
torture,
cult leader stuff.
Yes. And so I said, did she now?
Oh, my
And I
God.
said, well, let me just tell you a little bit about bullies.
She's like, well, really, she said, I need to do a backflip. So that's why we're not friends.
But so I tried to explain to her, somebody that wants to be your friend won't make you do things that'll hurt you, hurt somebody else, or get you in trouble.
And is this kid still, are we in the first couple weeks of this kid being in school?
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, damn. This is in the first couple weeks, you seen The Good Son with Macaulay Culkin?
just thinking. I was like, what was the name of that Macaulay Culkin movie?
Major Macaulay Culkin Good Son vibes there.
Whip them into thin ice, yeah.
And so I just tried to explain to her, like, next time anybody, whether it's this person or another person, if you don't want to do it and you don't feel comfortable, you don't do it.
Right.
I said, and nobody is worth being a friend with if they're going to make you do things to be. That's not how friendships work.
Dude, that is crazy.
So I was just trying to explain it to her, but she's like, so are you gonna call a meeting with her mom? And I said, no. I said, I think you're strong enough and you can handle this and you can let her know. I said, and the next time she asks you to do something or whatever and says, well, if you don't do it, I'm not going to be your friend. And then you just look at her and go, okay, then I guess we're not friends.
Oh man! So that was the last thing that happened.
Yeah. So that was yesterday. So I'm interested to see how things went today.
That's so tough, and it obviously this is kind of in the infancy.
Because I
of it,
want her to handle it herself. She needs to know how to handle it herself. But I don't want. I mean, she could have got really hurt yesterday.
Well, yeah, that's the part of it, and it's like, where do you go from it? If you talk to the school, and I think and again, hopefully it doesn't get to any of that. Then you probably do have to talk to the school. Next step would be talk to the parents, and then hope.
So I do have a meeting with the teachers, just in general, but I will be bringing this up and making sure that they're keeping an eye and an ear out.
Do you want me to have my girls pull up?
Oh, that's actually
have my girls pull up to the yard.
Dude, that's a perfect size too. That's the perfect. They're just big enough and bigger than those kids to put the fear of God into. What's the charge on that? You can get a charge for having little kids.
They're minors.
They're minors. Yeah. They can't get no charge.
And they don't need to beat her up. They just need to they need to hold her upside down off of the top of where they made Everly jump from.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah,
Special K.
Like I want my child to stand up for herself, but I also don't want her to respond the same way. So I want, I said, I was telling our boss, he said, she should just look at her and be like, I'll pray for you.
Yeah, that's really.
I know.
That'll stop the bullying.
Yeah, I don't know. I was going to say, I don't know which way that's going.
Correct.
Tracks.
I don't know which direction.
But
it
was a greater sense of being the bigger person and not letting her bother by and so that's what I'm trying to.
Yeah, that's it.
Teach
okay.
her.
So it sounds like it's hopefully will be.
I hope.
Squashed.
But I'm like,
soon.
oh my God, she's 6. What is she going to be dealing with when she's 16?
Yeah, I think those younger ages are
the worst.
Well, they're worse because I think you're in that weird place.
And girls
where you
worse
don't know
than
what
boys,
to do.
right?
No.
Hard to say. I think it's more like hazing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The girls, once you get into teenage, now you hear
we're talking about younger, though.
I just think girls are bitches.
Yeah, and there's the whole mean girl thing.
Yeah.
And I think it just hits a little just hits a little different with the girls. But I hope it's the end of it, hopefully.
Yeah, I mean me too, but I'm sure it won't be. I don't want to make it worse for my kid by getting involved.
Yeah.
But I also don't want to do nothing.
And make it worse that way, too.
Yeah.
So it is really, really tough. And
the only way to stop a bully is get another bully.
Sometimes it can be.
Yeah, there's always a bigger bully.
Yeah.
That's true.
And it's like I was alluding to, my nephew. And it's not even, nobody even really knows what's going on. He's alluded to a couple things and a couple comments. And it's it feels, I think that maybe the family feels like it's a little worse than he's letting on, and like the school's not really saying anything, and nobody's really saying anything, and it's just a bummer.
Maybe Uncle John needs to visit, do a volunteer day.
Maybe it's just it rips my heart out to know that kids are just mean to each other for no reason.
Yeah.
Like, and you send your kid from a parent's perspective too. Like, you send your kid to school and they're supposed to learn and hopefully have fun and all those things, and you could be sending them off to a day that is like torturous for them. Like,
I mean, to me, I feel like it's a learned behavior. So
probably, and I think most bullies.
That's where I volunteer a lot, so I'm sure I will cross paths with Special K sooner than later, and I'll
escort her to the water fountain.
A little waterboarding in the water fountain. Hopefully it doesn't come to that. But
I can't do that. But I will find a 5th grader that will assist.
Listen, free of cost. You ever need it? The soldiers are ready.
My girls, ride or die, baby.
Yeah.
Dude, they pull up to the playground. Diz rolls up. The doors fling open. Smoke just billows out. Here they come running out to attack Special K. That's not real. That's not going to happen. We're just having fun here.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing. I know we were chatting about it right before we went on the air.
Yeah, no, thank you. As long as you don't think that I'm failing.
No, not at all. I just think
moment.
I think it's an unfortunate thing, and it's always interesting to me the different paths that parents can take. And at this point, hopefully everything that you're doing will put a stop to it. That is psychotic behavior, though. That to me, like, the idea of what this kid did is worse than the outcome. Like, to be like, jump off this or you're not my friend.
Yeah, if you don't do this,
there's some manipulation.
I won't be your friend. I mean, to me, like, I don't know. I know strongly believe my child would never say that to somebody. So the fact that some child, you're hearing that somewhere, you're seeing that somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
So that's what's concerning to me. I'm more concerned about the well-being of this kid.
There's moments where kids will be kids, and then
Sure.
no, that kid's a psycho.
Yeah, that is. It's like, it is, all jokes aside, in The Good Son, like when the kid takes him out immediately and he like wants to go shoot cats with a bow and arrow, and then he the other thing was they wanted to drop the big dummy off of the overpass, like all of these little things that I'm not saying are right up the alley with Special K, but she may have a dark passenger.
Well, hopefully my child can be a more positive
Yes,
influence.
maybe, and I mean that's it. Maybe her light will shine bright on Special
I
K
hope.
and lead her down the right way. One thing I did want to touch on before we take a break. I love this couple. I don't like love a lot of like famous couples, but I always just loved these two together. I love him as an artist, and I was playing around this morning. Danielle, my wife, was in the kitchen. And I said, "You're not going to believe what celebrity couple is breaking up after almost 20 years." And she goes, and she hems and haws about it. I said, let me just say that it could have something to do with the roles that she's chosen lately. And I said that jokingly. She goes, "Oh my God, Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban."
Oh, she knew?
And she just threw it out there. After almost 20 years of marriage, the two are separated. And now there are all these stories this morning saying, what?
The way you said it, we looked at each other like marriage.
Oh, marriage. Sorry, I told you I'm working back slowly but surely. I read a story this morning that said she like made this conscious decision to start picking all of these super raunchy roles.
They've been very sexual, which is fine. Listen, I love it, but it's just so uncharacteristic of her.
Yes, and that was the comments were Keith Urban no longer saw her as his wife because of the role. I watched just that Good. What was it? Good Girl? Was that the one that we were talking about? The super horny one. Didn't you end up watching it?
No.
Oh, yeah.
I saw the milk scene on YouTube.
The milk, like things like that, where it's almost worse than just sex, where it's like this dominating sexual performance where she's crawling on all fours and eating candy out of a young man's hand. I know it's acting, and I know that couples do that. I just go, Keith Urban, musician, cool guy. Like, is he fit to live a life where your wife is getting railed in pretty much every role that she accepts for the past 10 years?
Yeah. I feel like it's a big change. Listen, nobody knows what goes on behind closed doors and how long or what the real issues are or whatever. Because my mom's like, I can't believe this. I didn't see it coming. I go, why would you see it coming? You don't hang out with them.
I felt the same way, though. Like, I didn't see this coming, and I didn't.
I'm like, you don't know them.
I think I just always assumed by the way that they looked and seemed that like they were above it all. Like that these things that seem, it's crazy to me when this, and we don't know for a fact that they are getting a divorce because she's horny. And
I
all
think
these
she
roles.
filed.
They did.
I think she did. Yeah.
But on the surface, you go, well, clearly they're like, that would be tough. That would be tough for her to be doing all of this while he's doing nothing like that. And then you just got to kind of grin and bear it, but you just assume they must have it under control. Turns out they didn't have it under control.
I just didn't realize they were together. I can't believe it's been 20 years.
20 years.
Yeah, so that was wild to me when I saw that, but I was like, oh, that's sad.
I never knew they were together.
Oh, really?
Ever.
Oh,
No.
really?
No.
Yeah.
I always get him and they look nothing alike. But when you said it, I go, I thought he was with Christina. I always get those two mixed.
Christina
Aguilera, because no, sorry,
What?
Gwen Stefani.
Oh.
Gwen Stefani. I meant.
Oh, Blake Shelton.
They look nothing alike.
No,
but I always
nothing.
get them mixed up because they're both on.
they're white. Just say it. Just
they're white.
Just say they're all
country
white.
guys.
Yeah.
Both on a music show, right?
That is, you are actually you're coming up with a pretty good case there. At first, I thought you just thought all white people were the same, but turns out you were actually pretty close because he did. What?
I said thank you, Drew.
He did cancel out or bailed on an interview last summer when they asked him about her being on all these horny movies.
Oh, okay.
Because I think she just did her second horny movie, which I didn't see the second one, with Zac Efron.
Oh.
Really? Yeah, she did one years ago called The Paper
They're
Boy.
really hooking up.
Dude, called The Paper Boy, and then they did another one, I think late last year, called The Family Affair.
I saw Family Affair.
Yeah. Is it horny? Is she getting it on with Zac Efron?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the second movie. Like, how do you...
Third, technically, or fourth, because wasn't she in Eyes Wide Shut with Tom Cruise?
Right. No, I'm saying specifically with Zac
him.
Efron.
Yeah.
Yeah, which was one of the hotter guys of our generation.
Yeah.
I mean, from my perspective. I mean, if you're going to
His
have your
brother's
wife
hotter.
be...
Pre-surgery?
Dude, is that... Some of those pictures are fake, right?
I don't know. He looks like
Like-
I saw a photo where they're like Zac Efron's look like Shrek when he turned into a human. You see the side by side. It's insane.
Yeah, see, I don't know that one where his head looks completely swollen and disfigured. I don't know if that's a real one. He is looking very, very weird, but I don't know if he looks that weird.
Like, look at that. That's not.
Oh, see that one? He looks okay there.
He looks jacked.
Zac Efron, that is.
Yeah.
Well, he is jacked.
Yeah.
That's also not really his hair color at all, though, too.
How do you know?
Well, it looks dyed. I'm not off base by saying it looks dyed, does it?
Okay.
I think he maybe dyed it lighter before.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You never know with these guys. Let's take a couple calls before we step aside for a second. Senning Show, you're live on the air. What's up?
Hey, this is Rich.
Rich?
Yeah. Hey, I've been playing the Bone bonus all week, last week and this week.
How's it going?
I had a scam likely call, but they didn't say nothing. They just was on the line. I don't know if it was you guys or not.
Oh, yeah, we're not the guys. We don't. Sadly, that comes from another room, so I can't tell you whether or not we were the guys. So for the sake of your own, mental health, let's just say that was not the call. You didn't miss $1,000. I hope.
All righty, Monica, JoJo, y'all, Dizzy. I be listening to y'all. I just started listening to y'all like last year.
Wait, who did you say hello to that's here? Real quick.
JoJo and Dizzy.
Hi,
and one other person
What
too.
was the other person?
No, I think he in the morning time.
Monica? Yeah, he's in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, Monica, and I think they in the morning time.
Yeah.
Johnny B and all them.
Yeah. So what show's on right now, just out of curiosity?
Is it the John Senning Show right now?
Oh, there we go. Okay. It wasn't that you didn't know who it was. You just didn't have any interest in saying hi to me. I understand. That somehow makes me feel.
I'm sorry, John Senning.
No,
I didn't know you be there or not.
No, you're
Sometimes
fine.
you be out.
You're fine.
Sometimes
you be out, bro.
I be out, but I be here today, and that's all that we can ask for.
I get on my garbage. I be on garbage truck like 4 in the morning.
Oh,
my God, you better be nice to him, John Senning.
You're living my dream, dude, and you don't even have love for me, man. What the hell?
So I hear you guys all day long.
Dude, I'm a bigger fan of you than you are of me.
Can he go out for a
little spin?
Yeah, what's it?
Run around? A workaround?
I had I appreciate you guys too, because I think you sent me the tailgate, but my car got wrecked. I couldn't make it this week. I ain't have no car.
Oh, I feel it. Do you ride on the back of the truck, or do you ride on the inside of the truck?
I do both.
Oh, man, so you are riding on the back. That's the life, man. Well, thank you.
I get back there when I feel sorry for my helpers and stuff, so I get back there.
Good. Well, I be here today, and I'm going to be here for a while now, so I look forward to talking to you again, buddy.
All right, nice talking to you guys.
All right, brother.
Goodbye. Thank you.
What was his name?
I don't know.
Did he say it?
No.
Did he say
garbage?
Garbage man. Oh. Garbage man Gary.
Special G.
He be garbage.
Is what we'll go with. One more. Senning Show, you're live on the air. Who's this?
Suzanne.
Ann, what's going on today? How are you?
I finally have something bad to say about JoJo. Last Friday.
God.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that doesn't happen very often.
She held on to this, too.
Damn. All right. Woman on woman violence. I love to see it. Lay it on there.
Go for it.
Last Friday, she brought Dizzy and Monica food.
Okay.
Well, she shouldn't do that. She shouldn't do that because Monica has a terrible, nasty habit of eating and talking at the same time. And it is horrible for listeners hearing Monica sip her Diet Coke and eat food with.
So JoJo's catching flack for this. I mean, I'd like to think that we all have our own independent, choices and responsibility. That like if food is there, it shouldn't be blamed on who brought the food. It should be the person who's eating the food into the microphone.
Yeah, she brought it for me. I didn't eat it on there.
Exactly, it's Monica's fault.
Oh.
So
But you said you got a beef with Joj, though.
Yeah, just because.
All right. Well,
JoJo is so sweet to
she's
bring
the
the
sweetest.
food.
Yeah.
Monica needs to be a grown up.
Yeah.
And it's just like
Thank you. Stand up for what you believe in.
Yeah, I'm bringing her food tomorrow.
I never have heard that ever. The only time I ever heard it, and that does, I will tell you, it catches my ear every time. Like it's just a thing.
When someone eats?
Yes. Not a fan. But I heard it for the first time ever during the segment with the pizza.
Oh, on her.
When I just thought to myself, well, they're talking about the pizza. Like she's the bit is her eating the pizza.
Yeah.
And folding the pizza. So it didn't really register with me as a problem. But I did note it then. Obviously, that lady right there is keeping tabs on when and how often Monica eats. So I'm sorry, ma'am.
I'm sorry. I won't bring her any more food.
Don't you put that on you. Don't you put that
I'll just
on
jump
you.
off the top of the slide.
If you want to be my friend, that's what you're going to have to do. Do not go anywhere. When we come back, I've got some real offerings for Judge Juicy. There's also something, I thought it would be a fun kind of comparison. There was something we threw at Danielle on Thursday, and she had her thoughts on it. I want to throw the same thing at Joj and see if her opinion is different. I think I heard you talk about it a little bit today as well, Diz, in regards to punishing your child. And some great offerings from listeners. One, the cross-section of making love in pro wrestling. All that and a bunch more. Coming up next with more Judge Juicy on Senning Show.
On the beach, thinking out of reality was so out of reach.
It is still very much pool season here in the state of Florida. It's really pool season all year long when you go with Hawkins Service Co. because they're giving you $250 off a pool heater or heat pump this month. Enjoy warm swims year-round, comfort, and worry-free pool time. So I think it's been like 2 months now. I got a Pent Air variable speed pool pump for my pool. Dude, my electric bill has gone down substantially. My pool is cleaner than ever. I can control it all right from my phone. None of that old school timer business that I used to always mess up. You can hit them up today and book an appointment at 813-445-8209. They really do handle it all. HVAC, electrical, plumbing, pool repair. No need to find a bunch of different technicians doing different things when you can handle it all at Hawkins. You can book online even at hawkinsserviceco.com. Hawkins, one call, handles it all.
Thinking about the summer nights, the summer night, the moon is bright. Thinking about the summer nights.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. Tell us what you think. Head to the 102.5 The Bone app now and leave us an open mic. The open mic on the free 102.5 The Bone app is sponsored by 1-800-ASK-GARY.
Sprouts Farmers Market is having our first ever organic sales store-wide with 20% off all organic produce.
No shiitake. So like really affordable organics?
Hey, we know what it's like out there.
Hell yeah. Organic greens too?
All organic veggies and fruits actually, 20% off.
Oh, Chip. What about these organic tortilla chips?
Yep, also part of the store-wide organic sale.
You swear?
Oh, I'd never swear. But the Sprouts Organic Sale with 20% off all organic produce is on now until October 7th.
Hi, I'm attorney Fran Hosh. Being involved in a car or motorcycle accident can be stressful. I've dedicated my career to helping accident victims and their loved ones. If you need an attorney you can trust, give me a call today at 866-LAW-FRAN. We will give you a free case evaluation and won't charge you any fees unless you recover money. Give me a call today at 866-LAW-FRAN. 866-LAWFRAN, or visit me online at lawfran.com. Main office, Palm Harbor.
Hi, I'm Ray from Sun Toyota of Newport Richey. Shop everything under the sun with Sun Toyota. Everything, including new Camrys, Corollas, RAV4s, and Tundras, with Corolla payments starting at $179 a month. Backed by a nationwide lifetime warranty with 4-year maintenance included. Plus, you're only 2 clicks away from your best price. So visit Sun Toyota today, because when you make it Sun Toyota of Newport Richey, we make it happen.
Call 800-639-3367 for more details.
Sun Toyota of Newport Richey.
John Senning here. I'm obviously not an attorney, but Mo DeWitt is. And you probably already know that if you're injured on the go, just call Mo. Mo and his firm fights for the injured people in Tampa Bay to get them what they deserve. Fighting the insurance companies can seem overwhelming, but that's what Mo does every day. And he's ready to do it for you. No matter what life throws at you, stand up and fight to get what you deserve. And it all starts with one call to Tampa's injury attorney at 866-CALL-MO. Give him a call day or night at 866-CALL-MO. That's 866-CALL-MOE.
What's up, Bone listeners? It's Captain Zach. Are you looking for more power? Check out my friends at LBP. Whether you're boating, taking a cruise on the golf cart, my friends at Lithium Battery Power have the innovative technology to give that to you. Check them out at lithiumbatterypower.com or call 727-223-9831. Lithium Battery Power. Longer life, more power.
Think selling your home is stressful? Try picking the wrong agent. Choose right the first time. Call Jeff Borum of Team Borum with eXp Realty and see how his cutting-edge marketing can get you the most money for your home. Call Jeff at 813-344-4287 or go online at jeffborum.com. That's jeffborum.com and start packing.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Quo lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Quo automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Quo's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions and use those insights to level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Quo. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/free and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's quo.com/free. QUO.com/free.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/radio to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/radio for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/radio for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/radio. See representative for warranty details.
The jewelry store with the most likes, the most positive reviews, the most raving fans is International Diamond Center.
IDC is definitely a place that I will come to as long as I live here. This will be my go-to place always.
Literally the best jewelry store in town. You'll make friends for life coming in here.
I felt like family from the beginning, and it made a rather daunting task very, very easy.
They really take the time to find out what you want or what you desire in a ring.
You have to come here. There's no other option. The customer service, the time spent to do what I wanted and what her vision was, there's no other place to go.
You know you can go there, and you know that you can trust.
The value was extraordinary.
They genuinely care about their customers. It's not just about the sale. It's about the people.
International Diamond Center, the people's choice for selection, quality, value, and service.
I've got a beautiful diamond on my finger, and I'm very proud of it.
International Diamond Center.
I'm very happy to show it off.
In Tampa, Clearwater, Lakeland, and Sarasota. Online at shopidc.com.
COVID-19 has cast a spotlight on the stark inequalities that drive poverty. The poorest communities in the U.S. and around the world are suffering the most. Oxfam believes we can put systems in place to protect health and livelihoods in the future if we work together with dignity and compassion. Learn how you can help offer safety to the most vulnerable and fight for a more resilient future at oxfamamerica.org. Sponsored by Oxfam America.
Stuck in a job that just isn't getting it done? Maybe it's time to go for IT. Whether you're just starting out, switching careers, or a military veteran ready for change, My Computer Career can help you launch a rewarding career in IT in months. No prior experience needed. Why spend years getting a traditional degree when your future in IT can start right now? Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Your most powerful upgrade? Your career. Go for it. Go for IT. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Trans-Siberian Orchestra returns this winter with the Ghosts of Christmas Eve, the best of TSO, and more. A dazzling spectacle packed with pyrotechnics, lasers, and the incredible storytelling synonymous with TSO. $1 from each ticket sold benefits the Calta Family Foundation. Win tickets at theboneonline.com or the Bone app.
Involved in a car accident? We understand the pressure you're under. Call Farah and Farah.
Tampa.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Now, back to Senning Show. With your host, John Senning.
Senning Show Slowly readjusting back into life. I'm John Senning. He's Dizzy. Every Tuesday in the 2 o'clock hour, the juice is loose. We're joined by JoJo. You know her as Judge Juicy. Hit her up on social media at Joanne Petrella. He's at Dizzy for Mayor. You can find me at the John Senning. Joj, are you a mild John Mayer fan? You a John Mayer fan?
I like him.
Dude, totally bizarre.
I don't like to watch him sing, but I like him singing.
Bizarre playlist or set list that he did at the show at the Big House. And I've seen him in concert, I think twice in the past, and he's kind of known for it. He doesn't do the songs that, and I don't need them necessarily, but he does not do his biggest songs. No, Your Body Weight is a Wonderland.
My Body Weight?
Your Body is a Wonderland, doesn't do it. Daughters doesn't do it. Waiting on the World to Change doesn't do it. It really, just an interesting thing. Some artists choose not to do their biggest songs, and he's one of them.
Which is wild because you think that you would want to, give the people what they want.
Yeah, I thought maybe he would bust more out. I didn't know. He hadn't gone out and done John Mayer songs in over 5 years.
I was going to say, I feel like it's been a while.
Yeah, he's with Grateful Dead and does all this other stuff. So he's been out doing that. He did, I think, 3 shows, one in Ohio and one somewhere else with this one at the Big House in Michigan.
Who said he was their best? Was that Taylor Swift? Who said he was their best?
Sex?
Yeah.
Was it was it Jessica Simpson?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and maybe Katy Perry? Or one of those two?
Or was it Katy Perry? Yes.
John Mayer.
Katy Perry.
Yeah.
Katy Perry.
John Mayer's got a list. John Mayer has has put it down on, it's almost kind of, maybe there's a couple missing, but
I feel like he's very, what's his name? David, oh my God, Joanne.
David.
What's the big eyes? The butthole eyes guy.
Pete Davidson.
Yes, thank you.
Pete Davidson.
Where they get these girls, they must be laying that pipe.
Dude, I mean,
Didn't you say Orlando Bloom has a big pipe?
Well, I know that because of
saw it.
Yeah, with Katy Perry.
Oh, you did see it?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's on a he's on a paddleboard, and he's actually using it as his paddle. Yeah, no, but
which for a smaller guy, it was
impressive.
good.
It was quite impressive.
It was good.
Dude, Jessica Simpson, Taylor Swift, Jennifer Aniston, Jennifer Love Hewitt,
yes.
Katy Perry,
yes.
Minka Kelly,
yes.
Renee Zellweger, Vanessa Carlton.
This is John Mayer's
Cameron
list?
Diaz,
oh my
Kim
God.
Kardashian.
He is the Kim Kardashian.
I mean, dude, there is a dude, the man himself, Ben Ruda. Always a pleasure to get a visit from the. I hope it's okay that I call him the king of Tiza in the studio. He's dropping off goodies for everybody. I told him to stock up Diz proper on a tropical. Grab that mic real quick, Ben. Get up on there real quick, dude. Because you talk about being on an island. You talk about feeling alone in life. Man, after the last 72 plus hours, I think of you often, just knowing that another rugged man out there in society loves the runarounds as much as I do.
I just got on Drew a little bit about that.
Did you see him?
Yeah.
He's passionately, I think at this point he knows how invested we are because he's passionately, he's just trolling and bashing them around every corner. Did you?
I told him what my theory is, and I think it's because he didn't find it first. So now he's against us.
Oh, okay. That's, I like that. Did he like that theory or no?
He really did not like it.
Yeah, I was going to say, it seems like a theory that he would not like. When I was selling people on the show, it's a hard sell. Like when you told me that you liked it, I'll never forget where I was. We were at Ferg's, and you said that to me, and I go, I thought this was like a kid's show. This is how could the rugged, beautiful man of men, Ben Ruda, be into the show? But your recommendation is ultimately we got me to watch it, and I now love the band, and I'm talking about potentially going with you up to Gainesville to see them in concert.
Dude, it's a feel-good show. How can you hate the show? It's like most men like rom-coms, whether they admit them or not.
Yeah.
And I think most people hating on it are just one of those people that would say, I don't like rom-coms, which I don't believe you. So.
You don't think it's too over the top, like cringe to it?
I mean, it's a little corny, but the music in the end is good. Like if I just sent you their music without telling you there was a show, you'd be like, oh, these guys kind of rock.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I am now. Like when I think back on the show, I'm like, okay, the show is the show. I'm not going to rewatch it. I don't know that I tell anybody it's the greatest show of all time, but I would tell you I'm a major fan of the band and that I'm listening to them essentially on repeat at this point.
And I like small bands, like finding them where if you do come to the show with us, which you definitely should, we're going to be in a small venue.
And that's nice.
I mean, where do you get to watch someone with like 1,000, 2,000 people, and then next time when they're the mega superstars that me and John know that
when they're doing the Super Bowl halftime show,
when they're doing the next big thing, and we're backstage and we just don't allow Drew to even meet them.
Don't leave Dizzy out. He's actively trashing them as well. So
I was kind of a little disappointed when I heard that, but you know,
I'm into watching more of it and seeing where it goes. I didn't hear enough music. First episode, pretty good. Second, not there with the music. Like they haven't really done anything.
Yeah, go on Spotify, listen to a few songs. It won't ruin anything.
Do you feel like you teared up at all during the runarounds?
Oh my God.
Did I tear up? I didn't tear up, but
yeah, me neither.
I never like, dude. I was up all night just binging.
Dude,
like,
so am I, man.
Dude, like there's some shows.
You guys should just leave your girls at home. I think you two should go on a little road trip.
It's just crazy because I don't know a lot about Ben. And this is Ben Ruda. He's one of the men and the brains behind Tiza, and he does so much for us here. He's actually being he comes with a 2-person corporate team when he steps into the studio. And I don't know much about your musical taste. I know you love Bruce Springsteen and like we vibed on other things before, but I didn't know that you had this in you, man, and it makes you even more lovable.
Well, I'm not afraid to it doesn't embarrass me. I like what I like, and if I think it's good, I'm just gonna go with it.
That's all we can do. What's going on up here today? We got a big corporate meetings. Anything we can talk about?
We were talking about our new 1,000 Walmarts, which how we are targeting them. And 40, we don't have the exact number, but 40 of them are in this listening area.
Oh, damn. That's exciting. Are they rolled out now, or are we building up to it?
So it rolled out on Monday, yesterday. Is today Tuesday?
Today is Tuesday.
Yesterday, but it takes them a little bit of time. Like I just went to the one next to our warehouse, and the tags were up, but there was no product there yet.
All right,
so
working out the kinks, but
I'd
soon
say
enough.
give it a week, and then they'll all be fully stocked. They're definitely in the back, but then you have to rely on someone to actually put it on the shelf. So
Sweet.
The whole shelf was empty, not just our stuff.
Well, we'll be talking about it and letting you know even more options where you can get Tiza. I'm glad I got to see your face today. You guys are you're the best, and I can't wait to hear the recap from Drew on your face off.
And thanks for my care package, man. I love this.
Yes, thank you. Always hooking us up with everything we need from Tiza, and I love the mind drive.
I brought you 10 mind drives.
Oh, look at that! And, shout out to Dr. Brent.
Mike O stole a couple.
Oh, he did. That's fine. Mike O's good for a couple. Yeah. Shout out to Dr. Brent. Who can you even get the mind drive still? Is it on their website?
No, I think he stopped making them. This might be one of the last.
Well, I got my last batch. My mind might not be driving very well in the.
I got some more in the warehouse. Just hit me up.
Good deal. I love you, Ben. Thank you for stopping by.
I'll see you in Gainesville.
Yeah,
right?
you will. Yeah, we'll be front stage.
For the reach around, run around.
It's funny how the universe works.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Rock on, MFer.
Dude, you guys are. You guys are haters.
This is my life, dude. This is what happens. Somebody gets something that they gravitate to and they like, and then people just poo-poo them. That's it.
I love you guys.
I love you, brother. Love you more. Ben Ruda, TizaEnergy.com. Truly been riding with me since the early days, and I'm so grateful for him. Make sure you stay tuned. You'll be hearing about a bunch more Walmarts they're getting rolled out in, and we love Tiza. In Gainesville. I'll be spooning with Ben Ruda in Gainesville before you know it. Thank you guys. Shout out to Chris and Chase. Just the best.
How close are you to getting runaround merch?
Probably pretty close. Yeah. I mean, if we end up at the show, then I'll. Then I think we'll have to. Absolutely.
Listen. If it were anybody else that had come in here, I'd be very upset that my segment was hijacked.
Yeah, that is true.
But because it was him.
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
Can we do one message that I got before I get out of here? Because this one really, really hit me.
If you have time.
Yeah, I got time. You ready?
Sure?
Yep.
Okay.
Dear Judge Juicy, my girlfriend's ex still mows her lawn for free. Do I let this slide, or do I have to buy a lawnmower and reclaim dominance?
Oh, I mean, if he's doing it for free, why would you cut off your nose to spite your face? I mean, now, if he's not doing it for free and there's sexual favors being given in return for it, then we have a problem. But I say, let that cuck mow the lawn.
Is he the cuck? I don't know. I think if another man is mowing your woman's lawn, you're being cucked.
No, because you have the upper hand. He's doing the hard work for free.
Yeah, free labor.
Really?
Yeah.
See, oh, man, when I immediately read this, I thought, you've got to put this to a stop. And I think because you are not a man, I think like the idea of another man, especially a man that has had sex with your woman at some point, out there mowing her lawn.
That's a good point.
Like it feels like they're taking something from you. Like that's the way that it feels to me. It just feels like they're still holding on to something.
Yeah, I mean, he still clearly loves her or whatever and wants to, but he's not with her. So to me, you win because you're on the inside of the house with the girl and he's outside mowing the lawn for free.
That is true. You are kind of just getting free work and keep.
Yeah, I mean, if
he
he wants to be stupid and do that, then that's on him.
I think it would depend. I'd have to know more about the guy. Like, I'd have to know how long they were together.
Yeah.
If she would be willing to tell me how hung he was. Like, I can't have a big D man out there swinging around the lawn.
He's mowing the lawn. He's like jacked. He has no shirt on.
That's different. Yeah, that's
like,
different.
Get this guy out of it.
Dude, we got a hot lawn guy now.
Yeah,
oh,
dude,
lucky you.
Yeah, it's
the guy next door's cutting your lawn now.
No, dude. So, I don't know where they went, but we did have a Latino crew that did a very good job for a long time.
Yeah.
I don't want to assume that they've been deported, but they fell off the face of the earth.
They got him.
I think they did get got.
They had him.
Found this guy on Nextdoor. One dude, he honestly looks like a male model. I can't. It's almost bothersome.
You better get a Ring doorbell so you can keep an eye on that wife when you're at work.
You better get it for him.
I know. She even said something.
Facts.
I was going to do something last week, and he was going to come by, and she was there by herself, and she was like, oh, so he's coming over here today, like I'll be here. And I thought to myself, I don't know how I feel about that.
I need to be there.
Yeah, you do. You do need.
Oh no, I meant you said that, but yeah, I mean I'll be there.
Yeah. Oh no, he could definitely trim your hedges if you know what I'm saying.
Mow my lawn.
By the way, real quick, any JoJo connection over the last week?
Oh,
since
good question. That's a lie.
No.
So you got right back up in the mix after you found out he was dating, and now we're back to radio silence.
Listen, I don't care. I don't know what you want me to say.
No, yeah, you don't have to say anything. Yeah.
It's nothing. There's nothing.
All right.
Okay. I mean, I will say not for my lack of trying.
Oh, so there's radio silence.
So that's fine. I know we've talked, but
I mean,
he's busy with his girl.
I guess.
Oh.
So that's fine.
Oh, man. Dude, this is going to be an awkward.
Message received.
This next cruise is going to be awkward.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you won't be there for the. Okay, never mind.
What?
Halloween.
Oh, no.
Oh, why? Oh, because you have a child. Yeah.
She's taking Special K out with.
I got to take them all out.
Hopefully, we'll be able to talk about Halloween soon. It's going to be an awesome event. I've heard people starting to beat around the bush a little bit. Make sure you stay tuned for deets on the big-time Halloween event that The Bone is putting on. Joj, thank you for spending time with us today.
Oh, my pleasure. Good to see you. Glad you're safe and sound. Glad you had a good time.
Thank you. At Joanne Petrella. She's wonderful, lovely, undeniable. All of those different things and more.
Thank you.
Not the best. Not going to say it, and I won't. Do not go anywhere. When we come back, it's time for John's Joints. Drew Garabo joins us. Lots to get to. I wrote myself a note for a little sidebar story that I kind of remembered from my trip in Michigan about almost getting into a fight with an old lady. And I imagine we're going to have to come face-to-face in this runarounds discussion, as well as all the news of the day. That and a bunch more. Coming up next on John's Joints, more Senning Show coming your way. Keep it locked to 102.5 The Bone.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. 102.5 The Bone has your back throughout the hurricane season. Along with our severe weather partners at Fox 13, we have everything you need leading up to, during, and after any storm that threatens our Tampa Bay area. Visit theboneonline.com and head to our hurricane guide. Get emergency kit checklists, the latest storm tracks, and ways to help the community after the storm. It's your one-stop shop for hurricane season. We do a lot of dumb stuff here at The Bone, but when hurricanes threaten, we are here for you. Always. 102.5 The Bone Hurricane Guide. Powered by Generex Generators.
Car accident? Take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
Do you find yourself coming home from work every day going, what am I doing with my life? I hate my job. Whether you've been doing it for 30 years or you just entered the workforce, how about a new exciting career in the world of aviation maintenance, where you can be working on jets and airplanes and all sorts of other flying objects. You can be trained at the National Aviation Academy right here in beautiful Clearwater and entering your new job in just a few months. Make that decision today and and check them out online at naa.edu. The next class starts October 29th, so go now. It's naa.edu.
My name is Maria. Okay, I lied. It's Mary. But I'm feeling more European after my European-style holiday on MSC Cruises. The ristoranti, I mean restaurants, nightlife and shops in La Galleria, and of course, American touches like a sports bar and water slides. Ah, bellissimo. Okay, this is a problem.
Book now and save up to 30% off, plus kids sale free. MSC Cruises. Let's holiday. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
Football's here, and it's time to make some money with Hard Rock Bet. Are the dogs barking this weekend? See which underdog bettors are backing in the Hard Rock Bet Discovery page, and touchdowns win games. Pick your favorite playmaker to hit pay dirt in Week 5 at the Hard Rock Bet app. If you don't have it, simply download it or go to hardrock.bet. Sign up and bet $5 on any game. If you win, you also score $150 in bonus bets. A winning bet and boosted bankroll. That's how you get the party started. It's Hard Rock Bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus, physically present in Florida. To wager, terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Call 888-ADMIT-IT.
Cat name for Crunch Fitness, where you can join now for $0 enrollment. Membership started at $9.99 a month. Why does Mike Calter say I have the best body on the bone? Because I go to Crunch. You can get a great body too at Crunch Fitness with world-famous group fitness classes, cutting-edge equipment, state-of-the-art hit zones, and certified personal trainers. Again, $0 enrollment with membership started at $9.99 a month. With over 500 locations nationwide, you're sure to find a convenient gym close by. Go to crunch.com to find a location near you and get crunched. Hurry, offer ends 9:30.
Ready for some dirty talk? Your carpet is packed with dirt, spills, and pet mess. Zero Res pulls it all out. No soap, no chemicals. Get half off for the Bone fam only. Just use promo code BONE when booking. Not available with other offers. ZeroResTampaBay.com.
Game-changing deals are always in season at Cherry Elm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram during the Drive into Fall event. Get invoice pricing with no market adjustments. You pay what we pay. Like 0 down, 0% APR, and no payments for 1 year on all new rides. At the #1 Ram dealer in the U.S. Online at cherryelm.com. Call 1-800-210-6286 for complete details.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Tune in for Reinventing Retirement, where premier wealth managers and retirement specialists discuss the most important and crucial retirement topics for your benefit. Reinventing Retirement, Saturdays at 9 a.m. and Sundays at 9 a.m. and again at 11 a.m. Only on 102.5 The Bone.
Renewal by Andersen offers you buy one, get one 40% for replacement windows and patio doors for the month of September. Just go to bestwindowsflorida.com for Renewal by Andersen. That's bestwindowsflorida.com.
Ever wonder what it's like behind the counter at those big corporate jewelry stores? Max Woodson knows, and it wasn't pretty.
It's hard to do what's best for the customer when you're given a strict outline on the profit you need to make, the dollars you need to make, the goals you need to hit, the commissions you have to hit. It's really hard to do what's right for the customer.
That's why Max left the Wall Street-owned chains and joined International Diamond Center, a locally owned jeweler. At IDC, it's not about quotas, it's about you.
It's getting to know people, getting to talk to people, building relationships. It's something that's important to me. It's what I love the most.
At IDC, Max can focus on what matters, doing right by customers, even if it means less profit.
I have a scenario where I have a customer that I can do the right thing for, even if it maybe makes us less money at times, and we make it happen.
That freedom means better quality diamonds, fair prices, full transparency, and honest service.
We have freedom. We're allowed to be creative, do what's best, and they really support that, and that means a lot.
International Diamond Center, where you're family, not a sales target. Visit us in Tampa, Clearwater, Lakeland, and Sarasota for diamonds with integrity.
This hour of Senning Show is brought to you by Hawkins Service Co. One call handles it all.
102.5 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 107.3 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio. And now, back to Senning Show. It's time for John's Choice with your host, John Senning.
Seeing my boys vibe. I love seeing them bond, even if it's over something that even if it's over hating something that I love. It's good to see the boys come together. I am John Senning. He is Dizzy. The runaround wrecker himself is in the room. Ladies and gentlemen, Drew Argarabo.
Just trying to write love songs to change the world, John.
The thing about this whole conversation, I don't believe that I ever encouraged you to watch the show.
No,
I think that's the thing that maybe is getting lost in translation, is that I don't even know that I feel comfortable with it being categorized as a recommendation. Because every time I brought it up to you, I said it's pretty bad. It's like my exact quote was, it's like a Disney show almost.
Yeah, it is. And I didn't watch it because of your recommendation. It's even worse. I watched it because I want to vibe with my bro and be into what he's into.
Oh, yeah. Well,
and I saw your boy Ben Ruda in the conference room.
Dude, him being into it is crazy to me.
Yeah.
And he just popped in here.
Tell me about it.
He just popped in here, and so my father-in-law was the first one who told me. He said, they watch all new shows. He's like, we watched the show. It was cool. Like, the music actually ended up being pretty good, and he kind of explained it, and then that was that. And then I saw Ben at Ferg's, and he goes, oh, dude, we're going to this concert in Gainesville. It's the Runarounds. I don't know if you... And I'm like, the TV show? And then because I was so enamored by him liking them, I think we watched it shortly thereafter. And, it might be a kid show. It's a kid show.
It is.
It's a cringe fest and all of those things in between. But what I can't get to is knowing that if someone would have just handed me that album, if I would have gravitated to it without the stories that went into the songs on the show. Because I'm not even playing. The whole time we're cruising, driving for hours on end up in Michigan, almost solely listen to that Runaround soundtrack.
Poor Danielle.
Are you kidding me? She loves it. We both love it. And I love the music. I unapologetically love the music. Apologetically found the TV show to be pretty good. But I just don't know if somebody would have said, hey, listen to this band. What I would have thought if I knew nothing about it.
Now, Dizzy and I were talking about this yesterday afternoon. Help me out with this. These dudes existed solely to be a band on the Outer Banks.
They were all individual actor/musicians who had capability. I don't think many of them, if any, I think the one lead singer kid who was undeniably the cringiest of all, the babyface kid.
Oh God.
I think he had done some acting. I think he did some GH. I think he did General Hospital as a child actor. The rest of them were not actors. They were just musicians. So they came together and did a tryout for a fake band for the Outer Banks, and they all kind of hit it off and then started playing music together after that. It ended up being 3 years until they filmed the episode of Outer Banks. So they had kind of come together as a band leading up to the filming of the episode. And then when they did that, that's when they said, okay, let's be a real band. And then at some point after that, the guy who created Outer Banks said, hey, what if we built a whole TV show around this idea of this band that you guys have?
And they were like, what would that be like? He's like, well, really over the top cringe gay stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
Dude,
I love that you watched it last night, Diz. He was texting me while he was watching it too.
You sound like you got a load over there in your mouth, you big
load.
Yeah.
Yeah, runarounds. When I was watching it, I text Drew because Drew's like, get ready. You're going to be in for something. And first 5 minutes, I text him. I'm like 9 minutes in. I'm like, this is pretty gay. He goes, it gets worse. And I was like, how could it get worse? It gets worse.
And I have to say, I'm hurt deeply about the whole thing. But the fact that I don't even know that I've heard Drew refer to anything as gay much in the last 5 years.
Nope.
The fact that the LGBTQ, I would say,
champion,
trans plus champion of the bone, has been pushed so far into a corner that he must refer to something as gay. I almost I don't even know if I can be mad at it. I understand. It's not for everybody. It may only be for me, but something in there brings me joy about how far it pushed you.
Yeah, I wish I could come up with a better adjective to accurately describe this television program, but unfortunately, the only one I can think of is gay.
Gay,
so gay.
And I think it just has heart. Like when I turned that show on, all I could think was, because I mean, like you watched Ted Lasso. Outside of that,
loved it.
Like I can't remember the last show that I remember you being deeply, deeply into that was devoid of like badness. You know what I mean? And I think that's most shows now. So when we turned it on after watching like an episode, I said to Danielle, I said, it kind of feels nice to watch a show that's not like murder and death and drugs and bad. And it's just, it is lighthearted, good-hearted, albeit homoerotic fun. That I just found myself. It was like a weight watching it was not there, where it was just very, very light and fluffy. And I just don't think those are the shows that anybody in this room gravitates to most of the time.
No, you're exactly right. Other than The Good Place, which I only got into because I was in the hospital watching it, I don't really gravitate towards feel-good shows.
Yeah, you know,
what the hell's wrong with me?
It's okay. It's okay.
I want to like it. So I'm going to continue trying to watch it. It's just, there's a lot of eye rolls for me when I'm watching it. That's the thing. You got to get past that.
Like if you think that during watching the show, at some point I didn't turn to my wife and go, Jesus, this is terrible.
Yeah.
Like those moments are undeniable.
Okay.
Undeniable. But I will tell you, I really, really like the band, and I really, really like the performances.
And you finished the whole season?
Yes.
Okay.
How many times?
Yeah. So far, the season once. We have been going back and watching this super reel. That's the best performances of the season. So probably watch that 2 or 3 times. And then as far as the album, probably hit it on repeat a good 10 times over the span of 4 days. So.
8 episodes. How many times do they really just like play and jam? Because again, I'm on episode 2. They had a little like.
Whoa.
You're gonna keep watching?
Of course.
Well, it's not a spoiler. They just have a jam session.
Yeah.
And it was quick.
Jamming there.
But that's like
they get pretty. It gets more. Like almost every performance is some sort of like big turning point. Like they had that band it was the first time without the real drummer, and everybody loved it at the party.
Yeah.
Then there's
which how did they even think he was a good idea?
He was terrible.
What
the original drummer?
It was so dumb that he had his sticks backwards apparently. When the guy's like, you got your sticks backwards.
That but from a musical standpoint, like when you watch that Bez kid try out that dude's an insane drummer.
He is.
Even when I listen to the music, I go, this is a great drummer.
He's got great rhythm.
When you go jam with your boys as a drummer, do you bring 20 drumsticks just in case?
Oh, yeah.
I think you've got to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Throw them out to the crowd.
Knowing that it could be a little bit heated.
What was a popular song that they covered in the first episode?
Oh, man.
Was it Surrender?
No.
Because they do Valerie, but that comes later in the show.
It's a big song.
Oh, no. Yeah, it was...
at the party.
Yeah.
And the power goes
like
out.
an alternative. It's like an alternative song.
What is it, though?
I don't know. I
this
feel
is
like
not a D's Nuts joke.
Oh, okay.
Not a D's Nuts joke.
Because in my head I go, figure out the song.
No,
He's trying to get
it's not
you.
a D's Nuts joke, but it's going to be like jammed it in your buddy's butt or something.
I would say that, but I don't remember.
I don't remember. But an alternative, modern day.
Mr. Brightside?
Alternative. No, it wasn't Mr. Brightside.
God damn it.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll have to go back and watch it. And
I will. Maybe they'll.
Power Man?
No. They were doing it at the party. No.
Oh man.
Really? Why? What about it?
I just say it was cool. It was cool that they did that song. I'm trying to find positive things about the show.
See, and that was good. We found one little positive thing, dude. Speaking of Mr. Brightside, I guess that's the song that they play at the Michigan games.
Oh,
dude. So they when Zach Bryan entered the stadium on a Saturday night, he came into Mr. Brightside, and that place was freaking blowing the roof off.
The songs where it's like Franz
Ferdinand, take me out. Thank you.
There we go.
Thank you.
Hell of a song. Hell of a thing.
They were just up here last week.
Hell of a thing that they did.
Can we have a watch party together?
Yeah. No, I'm never going to I'm never going to do anything run around related with either of you.
I'll watch it with you.
Yeah. So there's nothing that either of you can do. Like even if they end up being your favorite band, it's all over.
But I don't think we have to worry about that.
Well, we don't. But I'll be following them.
You told some great stories about your vacation. My favorite by far was you finding out that you didn't have a lighter. First of all, the irony there is just overwhelming. And then going to the frat dudes to playing beer pong next door to purchase a lighter for $5.
It was so cool. And then I went back to them and I told them, I said, I've got booze that we're not going to be able to finish. I'm going to bring it to you. So I brought them a bottle of whiskey that I knew I wasn't going to be able to drink all of on the walk out. And then that night I brought them the rest of it. And then the next morning when we left, we had just all this food we weren't going to be able to do anything with, and like paper plates and Solo cups. So I just put together like a huge care pack and just left it right on their front porch. It was really, really fun. I did write down 2 things that I forgot. And you mentioned something during the commercial break made me think of it. You were talking about renting a car when you go to Seattle, and you said the place that doesn't have a parking garage.
Right.
So you're probably taking your
$30 a day for the garage next door.
So I feel like rental cars are something, I don't know if they went bad during COVID or when like the process of renting a car became such a debacle, because when I think of like when I was younger, the idea of renting a car was like a major luxury. And you get a car that quite often is pretty damn near a brand new vehicle and may have a little hiccup here and there. I feel like we've had issues with rental cars forever. And dude, when we got to the airport, there's a long ass line at the I'll throw their name out there at the Avis line.
Yeah.
And I'm hearing 4, 5, 6 people in front of us. She's telling them one by one, we don't have any cars. We don't have any cars. And as I get a little bit closer, there's a sign on the desk that says, we have 0 cars. If you booked your car in the last 48 hours, we do not have your car. So I'm thinking, okay, well, we booked 3 months ago, 4 months ago, like we're going to be good. So we get up to the counter, nicest, sweetest girl ever. I felt so bad because her life was going to be hell on that day. And first thing she says is she goes, guys, I'm sorry, I have no cars. We have 0 cars. And Danielle starts perking up a little bit. She goes, I booked this 4 months ago. And then she pulls out one set of keys. She has one set of keys, and she goes, if there's a chance, this is your car, but it's not a good chance. Just give me your name. And so we give her a name. She puts in. She goes, you're not going to believe this. She goes, because of the car that you rented. She goes, this is your car. This one car. But the thing was, here's the funny part. There was a line, 15, 20 people deep behind us.
Hated that.
And she was mortified. So she goes, I'm going to need you to put your card into the reader, but I need you to do it very slyly so that nobody can tell that you're paying for anything. And she's like, please just don't make a scene. And then she's like, I'm going to set the keys down here. She's like, so when you go to walk away, just reach over and grab them. Don't make a scene, because these people are literally going to riot when we tell them all that we have no car. And that was people that had booked months ahead of time. However, like at least in that moment, 20 different people were going to be told that the car that they rented didn't even exist. And it just feels like something happened in the car rental space where it's
so
never.
You were sly?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Same. You and I are so like, I would have grabbed that and been like, we got a car.
Where did it park?
At all these carless
Where's it parked?
losers.
Where's it parked?
I'm not about to.
I would have started opening it on the thing. I'm like, I don't hear the alarm. Where is it?
No, and if anything, first of all, just pissing people off isn't really my thing. Secondly, ruining this lady's day more than it already is.
Yeah.
Like she was the one who was going to have to deal with these mad people, and she was so just timid and sad that she was going to be telling people that they didn't have their cars all day long.
Oh, whatever happened with the tickets?
Dude, nothing. Nothing.
So you didn't get to sell?
We're actively we're challenging it with the credit card company.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I could never get to them. I kept them up until. So it's actually kind of funny, not funny. We kept them up. Thought maybe somebody was gonna get them. Never got a notice. They finally got an email that said your tickets expired after the fact. But leading up to the concert, my frat house buddies.
Yeah.
So when I went over to their house to deliver them the whiskey, they're like their whole house was leaving to walk to the concert. So we kind of just started talking with this couple who had seen Zach Bryan a couple times in concert, and just kind of hit it off with them. And I leaned to Danielle. I'm like, I'm going to give them the tickets. I was like, I'm going to give these people the tickets. They were up in like the high levels. I said, I'm going to give them the tickets. They're going to go to waste. So I don't tell them that, but I'm just walking and trying to ultimately get the screen where I could transfer the tickets to these people. Couldn't even get that up. So, I mean, I screenshotted all of that. I got all of the error messages. I have the email correspondence and everything along with it. And I'm hoped that once because I couldn't have even accessed the tickets. Like if I wanted to even walk them in the door and then tell them where the tickets were, first of all, I don't think they would have got to the seats. But secondly, we couldn't have done it. We couldn't even got the tickets. So yeah, that was a major bummer. And I can only hope, like per talking to people, I think we're going to be good, but it was a bummer that they didn't get used in some form or fashion.
Yeah, I heard there were 2 people short of the largest attendance ever in North America.
I don't know that it was. I think that since the tickets were sold, they were already good. Yeah, dude, it was. I'm sure you heard me telling Diz, but that place was crazy. Like it was like my first thing that wants to come out of my mouth is there was too many people. And of course, I think when you jam pack that many people in there, more than any game that's ever been, that's what's going to happen. But dude, like the space that you have, because it's all bleacher seats.
Right.
Like there's no seats, so it's a bleacher seat, and you've got like maybe like 3 inches between your knees and the bleacher in front of you. So like somebody having to leave to go to the bathroom, you might as well have just shut the show down, because you got to stand. Everyone's got to stand up on the bench. And once the concert started, it was an amazing experience. But navigating through all of that was pretty damn crazy. And the pictures are like from above and everything are just wild. I'll be curious to see if they do it again. The biggest thing were the lines. The lines for the drinks were they were ridiculous.
Merch, I can't imagine.
40. They did do. I saw that just actually during the commercial break. They broke the record for merch. $5 million in merch, the most for any single concert.
Jesus.
But they had them set up all around downtown. So I don't know if that money goes towards it then too. And then they had them outside and inside and everything. So we scanned the QR code and bought it offline, so we didn't have to wait in a line.
You and I attend a lot of shows, and we love the connection between artist and audience. Can you feel that in a show of that magnitude?
I would say more than any other show I've ever been to.
Really?
Because there's so many people. And I don't know, like there's something inherently connected to Zach Bryan and Zach Bryan shows where everybody sings every word.
Okay.
Like that's just kind of a thing more with his shows than I've seen at other places where everybody's singing other words. And a lot of times, like I didn't think that really translated at Ray J. When we saw him at Ray J, like you can tell people are singing and you can tell that everyone's having a good time, but you didn't really feel it like that. Maybe because of the shape of this building, maybe because of the sheer amount of people, like you could feel it reverberating through your chest. Like people's voices were rattling that building. And yeah, that's a good point and good question because I think there can be a disconnect at venues that large, but I think it was just because of everybody being so into it that it hit a little different, and there was definitely that. And just to see, clearly a damaged guy. I'm never going to vouch for his ultimate character at the end of the day, but you could just see him constantly looking around like with this big cheesy smile, just like, what the hell is this?
I feel like that would annoy me after a while.
Of everybody singing?
Yes.
He's kind
One
of said
song,
that.
cool.
He's kind of said that in the past, and he doesn't give lots of opportunities. I think when you're that guy, you could be the guy that, like Justin Timberlake was doing. You kind of give it to the crowd and you let them. Yeah. He doesn't do that. Like all the singing that everybody does is right along with him. And he's kind of said in the past that I don't think he's totally crazy about it.
It could take away from the show if every song, everyone around me singing when I came here to hear the Japanese guy sing.
Yeah, but I'm also singing and screaming at the top of my lungs too. So I don't know who's singing and who's not singing.
How much stage banter between songs?
Zero.
Yeah.
Essentially zero.
I like that.
I'll tell you, John Mayer, less than zero. Like he didn't say anything. Like he really didn't. He came out and said, I don't even remember what he said. I think he just said, this is amazing. Like maybe once, but there was nothing. And Zach Bryan is very just like, I'm the luckiest man in the world. He's almost has lines that he throws out. This is amazing. Thank you for being here. Like there's nothing, no convo, no anything, which, he played for 2 hours and 45 minutes. He did 27 songs. He did a 30-minute encore. I mean, it was, he did songs that nobody ever sees. So it was something. I did write myself a note right here because this was a very funny thing that happened. The lines, as I alluded to, stupid. Like stupid. So we get there. Ryan Bingham, the dude from Yellowstone, was performing, and we caught a little bit of him. We said, let's go get the drinks now, so we'll be good to go for John Mayer. We waited in line for over 40 minutes. I think we missed the first song of John Mayer, but so we're waiting in this line. People are starting to rile. They're getting uneasy, and the line that we're in is an L, so it's turning. So at some point, when we're getting up to the turn in the line, on a couple different occasions, people thought they were just going to merge from the other side.
Right.
So the whole line is starting to go, Lord of the Flies style.
Yeah.
Like if somebody, the first guy who walked up, he tried to do it, and then he kind of got on a phone call, like he was on his phone. The line just starts going insane.
But to turn into Astro World.
Pretty much. Just starts going insane on this guy. And I think he just realized, I'm going to give it up. He took his fake phone call and he moved it along. But this lady comes up, literally right in front of me. And she's got her daughter with her, was probably teenage age, and this lady's probably in her 50s. And she goes and she gets in the spot right in front of me. And I can see her looking, like I see it all happen. She's thinking about whether or not she's going to be able to get away with it. And immediately the entire crowd in line just goes nuts on her. Well, and I was one of them. I was one of the people going nuts, like, move it out of here, lady. Well, for some reason, she took all of the rage that was being thrown at her from the entire line and pinpointed it directly at me. Like she wanted to have the conversation with me where she was like, I didn't know that the line was here. And I said, I find that very, very, I find that hard to believe.
Yeah.
And she goes, well, I don't need 40 people screaming at me. I said, well, you just cut in front of 40 different people. So that's why they're all screaming at you. And then she did it was funny because it was the line that somebody kind of mentioned earlier about the I'll pray for you. She goes to this thing. She goes, I would think for a concert like this, people would know how to treat their fellow man a little bit better. I said, you're absolutely right. That's why you shouldn't cut in front of a line, in front of that many people. And at this point, I'm feeling so emboldened because I've got that army behind me.
I was going to say, were they hyping you up?
Oh, dude,
Good.
they were
hulking you up.
It was funny too because I had my Tampa hat on and there was this guy behind. He's like, "Give her that Tampa 2, man! Give her that defense."
Yeah.
So what happened? She get out of line?
So she fights it for a little bit and then she looks at me with just that evil old lady look and she goes, "You know what, honey? Godspeed." And just stormed off, and I'm like, that was the very much like the "I'll pray for you" type mentality. And she
when she left, did everyone cheer?
Yes, everybody went crazy. So
you got to be embarrassed for that girl.
Oh my God,
my mom sucks.
It's also it's just a bold move to think you can skip in front of that many people in line.
What was it like leaving with 100,000 people exiting an arena?
It was crazy. We also got to a safe spot and we sat in the bleachers for probably 30 minutes after it was all over, which is good because I saw videos after the fact that it just became like I said, it's more people than you can fathom in all of the little things that you think would be a problem or a problem. So when you left your seat to come back, you essentially had to wait in a line to get back to your seats because it's just everything's you can go there and you can say, you can see the reasons why they've never done this before.
Yeah. Right.
Will they do it there again? I don't really know, but it's built for what it's built for, and even that is probably crazy. To think you added another, I think probably 12,000 to what they normally experience on a game day. You felt every little bit of it, and it was very, very crunched and crowded with a lot of lines. That being said, an experience that I will cherish and was really, really cool. But it was wild just to see that many people.
Imagine if it was at Raymond James, you'd still be there.
Yeah,
you're trying to get out.
You're probably well, and I was telling Diz, I don't know if I really said this on the air. Dude, this stadium is just built like no other stadium I've ever been in. Like when you're in there, it inherently feels like it's smaller than any other state. Like just sitting there when we get in, I go, well, this feels smaller than Ray J because you're not looking up. There's not a tall 300 level. Everything's just kind of fanned out and it's just one level. And even the floor feels smaller. It's just got a very interesting
no
feel.
Tiered levels.
No tiered levels. The level starts at the field and that level goes all the way up to the suites at the top.
I hate that.
Yeah, so it is it's crazy. And I mean it's also old as hell. It's been around for forever. So
is it like in Toronto and places in New York, they have a subway or trains that people just hop on right away? Is it like that?
In what
where,
way?
People can just take the train up to the city and stuff?
No.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's
no public transport?
No, not really.
Oh.
And I mean, I didn't get a real vibe on what the traffic was like because we were lucky enough to be walking around and stuff. But I saw people say, they waited in traffic for 10 hours. That's why we got down there. We got down there at noon just to ensure that we did not have to deal with any traffic at all.
Well, let me say this. Despite your sweater that you were wearing, I guarantee you it was hotter at Ray J on Sunday for that goddamn Eagles game.
Dude.
Never again.
What now? Because of the heat? It was so funny to see that you went only because you had that energy that you just had the previous week.
Right.
Was it just the heat or was it the Eagles fans?
No, the Eagles fans, honestly, there were a lot of them, but they were the ones sitting around us were super cool.
And you were probably in a safer space. I mean, just because you were on the Bucs side. Oh, you weren't on the Bucs side.
No, we were on the Eagles side.
Oh, you were.
Pirates kid, they've got their season tickets on the visiting side.
I thought they were on that side.
No, tons of Eagles fans, but they were all super cool. Everybody was, good spirited, ball busting. It's just you watch the sun. We're in the shade at the beginning of the game. And then you watch the sun creeping towards you as it goes across the sky. And by the second quarter, the sun's directly on you, and it's 95 at least.
It's crazy because we were talking after the last game, which I thought was one of the hotter games I had ever been to. What does happen to everything surrounding the game and the fan experience and the amount of booze you can sell if you put that if you put that in a dome? Does it change? And when I say for the fan experience, do you get a rowdier crowd? If you've been tailgating for 2 hours in 100-degree weather, and now you're cooking in what feels like 120-degree weather, that has to be sucking some of the literal life out of you. That I just wonder, would we get a louder, rowdier crowd if people were able to, after tailgate, kind of kick back and enjoy an air-conditioned environment, which for whatever reason doesn't ever seem like it's going to happen.
And I would even add on to that and say you might even see more people show up to the game from here.
Sure.
Like the way people, they're going to be like, I got to support my team.
Yeah,
they're
right.
in town, blah, blah, blah. Us, we're like, it's too damn hot. I'm not going out there.
Sell
for
it to
that.
an Eagles fan.
That's a great point.
And by the way, the Eagles players on third down were going like that. Like the defensive players were going like that because the Eagles fans were making so much noise.
I saw these posts on X over the weekend that said that they're calling this one of the best showings of visiting fans in Buccaneers history.
Yeah.
And I mean, the Philadelphia Eagles, the actual Philadelphia Eagles social media team was sharing tons of videos talking about how they took over. There was a video right from the corner to the side behind the Eagles where you could have been led to believe that was in Philly. Like,
No
you
question.
absolutely saw more Philly fans, and I know they won a Super Bowl. They're great right now. There are, like I said earlier, I believe there are people who had Philly, jerseys on that have a Bucs jersey at home, and because they're riding the Super Bowl bandwagon a little bit, this is their time to shine. But it's just a bummer. But I guess that's what we get when we live in a place that people end up living in from all over the country.
And I can't fault any Bucs fans for selling their ticket to that game to Eagles fans, because who wants to sit in that nonsense?
It's tough.
You were saying that before.
Yeah, I don't think, and I don't know. You don't really hear about a future of Raymond James, of anything other than that, of rebuilding it or putting a dome on it. And you would think, even if you said you could sell however many millions of dollars more booze over the next 5 years or 10 years, because people would absolutely physically, just scientifically, be able to drink more indoors than trying to stay alive. It's
unsustainable.
Well, and it's crazy. Like, it is a physical challenge.
Would you guys be willing to lose the Rays if it meant there's a dome now?
You could have just stopped after. You could have just stopped after Rays.
That's what I was saying. Get them out of here. Let's just build a new stadium.
Dude, why
for
not?
us. Yeah.
We're putting this beautiful roof on the Trop. Bring the Bucks to St. Pete.
Yeah.
we got a beautiful roof and everything that's ready to go. So. Yeah, it's not for the faint of heart in there.
People who eat food there in that weather, I do not get it. There was a person with loaded nachos. I was like, how could you enjoy that in this heat?
It is.
And then that club level is insane. Like, you can't move in there.
Oh,
that stadium
inside?
Club. Oh, my God. I'm like jam-packed. I look over, and there's the Mike Weathers page family.
I saw Mike in there. And it's funny, too, because when I sat next to his daughter the week before, she goes, my dad didn't want to come because he didn't want to sit out in this heat.
He's not wrong. This makes me want to go to the Seattle game in Seattle on Sunday only to experience beautiful weather.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Is it going to be? Have you been peeping the weather?
Nonstop.
What are we looking at?
We're looking at lows around 56, 57 degrees, highs about 71.
That's nice.
With rain.
That's real nice. Yeah. Dude, it was actually, I have to say, it was pretty crispy out here this morning. I thought it was a nice, I saw Mike from Mike's weather page saying those giant hurricanes are pulling all of the warm air out, and we had a nice crispy morning. Do not go anywhere. When we come back, we might just, dabble in some real news of the day. There is a story out of Marion County. I don't know if you guys have been touching on this, but I think we got the Amber Alert Thursday night after I had left the show. As soon as I heard this story, I went, this feels like something that isn't real. Having listened to enough true crime, well, it turns out this kid has perpetrated an insane hoax and another pedophile vigilante. We had the local story last week. This one, much worse. You could have saw it coming from a mile. We'll dig into that and a bunch more stuff coming up in the back half of John's Joints. Bubble Down Car Wash. You know I love them because they got that long wash tunnel, the spacious vacuum, and amazing staff that always take care of every little detail. You know, if you really are passionate about keeping your car clean, there's only one way to do it, and that is getting the unlimited membership plan from Bubble Down, which means if your car is clean today, dirty tomorrow, go on through. You get a rainstorm, maybe you went to the beach and you got sand all over, some bugs, some birds, pollen coating it up, go back through. They've got locations in Tampa, Brandon, Riverview, Wesley Chapel, Palm Harbor, and that new one in Spring Hill with a bunch more on the way. Get into your local Bubble Down today. You will have the cleanest car in town every time you Bubble Down.
Ooh, so let me out your sight.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. Stream Real Raw Radio live. Anytime on the free 102.5 The Bone app. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
In Pinellas, a wreck 38th Avenue eastbound at 71st Street. Westbound traffic affected a bit here as well. Eastbound East Bay Drive has an incident and also a moderate backup at Belcher Road. In Hills Row, an intermediate backup, a crash Cass Street eastbound and westbound at North Boulevard, just west of downtown. Interstates at the moment looking good, as are other main routes and bridges all around the region. This is Eric with traffic.
2 family members were violently rear-ended, but insurance denied liability. Farah and Farah used crash data to prove fault and secured $3 million. Farah and Farah's ready to cook. Tampa.
When you're injured in a car accident and the insurance company denies your medical bills, denies to pay your lost wages, and won't repair your car, it's time to fight back. Time to call Farah and Farah at 800-500-5555. Tampa.
Hi, I'm Ray from Sun Toyota of Newport Richey. Shop everything under the sun with Sun Toyota. Everything, including new Camrys, Corollas, RAV4s, and Tundras, with Corolla payments starting at $179 a month. Backed by a nationwide lifetime warranty with 4-year maintenance included. Plus, you're only 2 clicks away from your best price. So visit Sun Toyota today, because when you make it Sun Toyota of Newport Richey, we make it happen.
Call 800-639-3367 for more details.
Sun Toyota of Newport Richey.
Mike Calta here for Shark Coast Tactical. You all have spoken again. You love the free tax stamp and seeing Will's tramp stamp. So Will is hosting another tramp stamp free tax stamp event this Saturday, October 4th, specifically offering free tax stamps on most models of their suppressors. Remember, if you wait till January 1st, you run the risk of no inventory available. So don't wait. Will is covering your tax stamp fee. Get to Shark Coast ASAP. Take advantage of this free tax stamp event. And remember that we are in a 2A tax-free holiday on all things firearms.
Whether your dream vacation is about doing it all or nothing at all, you'll find what you love with Norwegian Cruise Line. Be charmed by historic European cities, wowed by the wild sights of Alaska, or calmed by serene beaches in the Caribbean. Wherever you go next, feel free to experience more with Norwegian. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor, or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Norwegian Cruise Line. Ships registry the Bahamas and USA.
Nobody loves moving, but Good Greek Moving and Storage loves to help you move. Make it less of a nightmare by trusting the dudes who show up to move your stuff. Good Greek Moving and Storage, your total full-service relocation company. You know you're going to be able to trust whoever shows up at your door to lift and move your stuff. You get to sit back, relax in air-conditioned comfort while they take care of everything. Get a free moving quote right now by going to goodgreek.com.
For years, you've heard IDC owner Keith LeClaire with his passion for diamonds and his commitment to an extraordinary customer experience. Now meet some IDC folks from behind the scenes. Son, Brian LeClaire, and son-in-law, Brian Stamey.
For the past 15 years, my brother-in-law and I have had the true blessing and pleasure to learn directly from one of the industry's most respected master craftsmen.
What I've learned over that period is how selective we need to be to make sure that the diamonds that we are selecting are the best in the world.
Brian and Brian say Keith's uncompromising standards are the backbone of the company.
How he has taught us to always protect the customer.
The one thing that you'll get more than anything that's going to shine through is the love and passion that goes into it, and what our family has done for 40 years.
International Diamond Center.
We're your local family trusted jeweler, and it is our pleasure to serve you and your family.
Tampa, Clearwater, Lakeland, and Sarasota. Online, shopidc.com.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/radio to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/radio for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/radio for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/radio.
See representative for warranty details.
1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child with a disability thrives by getting their access needs met. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals provides children and families the foundation for lifelong success through early learning programs, skills training, and prep for college and career. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Join us at easterseals.com.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us too in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Get to Vinoy Park November 21st to the 23rd for the first ever St. Pete Country Fest. 3 days of the best country music at Vinoy Park November 21st to the 23rd, featuring Parker McCollum, the Red Clay Strays, Treaty Oak Revival, and more. You don't want to miss it. Go to the contest page at theboneonline.com to enter to win tickets.
Accidents happen in a second. Take a second to call Farah and Farah. Tampa.
Now, a weather update from the Sun Toyota Weather Center.
I'm meteorologist Jim Weber in the Sky Tower Weather Center. Mix of sun and clouds for today. We'll see a few passing showers as well. Daytime high of 90 degrees. Right around a 20% chance of those showers for today. Then for tonight, partly cloudy, mild and breezy. Overnight low of 75. We continue with the partly cloudy skies as we head into Wednesday with a few scattered showers. Rain chance still holding right around 20%. Those daytime highs right near 90 degrees.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Now, back to Senning Show with your host, John Senning.
Senning Show. You're in the midst of John's Joints. I'm John Senning. He's Dizzy. That is Drew Garabo. He's got Drew Garabo Live coming up in just about 20 minutes. Imagine if your Wi-Fi was smarter. Picture this, your TV, your phone, your laptop, even that fancy fridge you got, all working together to make your life easier. Well, Xfinity makes that dream a reality. Devices so in sync you think they might be telepathic. Really smart Wi-Fi that knows when your device needs a boost. The best equipment to stream 4 games at once. You got the multi-view option and Xfinity Mobile that gives you Wi-Fi where you need it and 5G everywhere else. That is the magic of Xfinity. It's seamlessly in tune with everything you do. Xfinity, imagine that. Check them out today at Xfinity.com. I don't think we've said that out loud yet. Can we say it now?
Yeah, of course.
Tomorrow at 3 o'clock, probably about as exciting of an interview as you could have. Jared from the Dirty Heads is going to join us on the phone lines. If you know anything, you know we love the Dirty Heads and we love Jared. Shout out to Drew and Billy the Phone Freak for making that happen.
I still can't believe it. I made the ask because we've talked to Duddy before, and he's great. Duddy seems so much more accessible. Didn't think in a million years we'd get Jay.
Yeah, that's going to be super exciting.
Yeah.
It's many of questions, and obviously we're looking towards the big show at England Brothers Park with the Dirty Heads and Jake Owen, which I'll be curious to hear Jared's thoughts on having a country touring mate, at least through the state of Florida. Which I don't know. Maybe it'll be great. I thought that Jake Owen, when this was first announced, well, he's clearly going to go like in this more beachy kind of way. Like maybe his new album is going to be like reggae country adjacent. He went in the opposite direction. He did the whole album with Shooter Jennings, and it's like old school throwback country. So his new sound that he's kind of debuting is not beachy at all. It's super kind of rugged country.
I like that old school outlaw rugged country.
Yeah, and maybe there's a crossover to be found there.
We'll find out.
I wasn't gonna hit this, but we brought it up. You brought it up during the break, Drew, and I think it's interesting to talk about. I was trying to find the clip to see if I could find Pete Davidson talking about it because he was on with Theo Vaughn, and I actually listened to the episode on the plane, and he doesn't really have like a huge explanation for it, because there are just tons of A-list comedians. A comedy festival in the capital of Saudi Arabia has become a cultural flashpoint as major comedians are facing criticism for accepting seemingly lucrative deals to perform in a country that was virtually impossible to visit up until 2019. The Riyadh Comedy Festival, which began Friday and runs through October 9th. Hate to tell you, your favorite comedian's doing it, probably. Dave Chappelle, Kevin Hart, Aziz Ansari, Pete Davidson, Andrew Schulz, Joe Coy, Bill Burr, Jimmy Carr, Louis C.K., and that is still just kind of scratching the surface. I'm sure there are names as well, but the name that's kind of risen to the top is the one guy that turned him down is Shane Gillis.
Good for him.
Which is interesting. And he even said, dude, they gave me a number, and I told them no. And then they gave me another number, and I couldn't even believe what I was looking at. And I believe he said it was the most money he'd ever been offered to do anything his entire life, and he still turned it down. And he's being like, there are a lot of videos out there people make online. Shane Gillis, for his whatever you may think about him, he is a huge history buff. Oh. And when it comes to knowing the finer points of our relationships and he kind of said that. He goes, dude, take out the fact that they did 9/11.
Right.
Just their history as a whole with human rights and women and gay rights, just everything that we supposedly hold dear in this country, depending on who you ask, they do not. So it's very, very interesting that they got all of these comedians, including those that would consider themselves on the maybe the woker side of things, for lack of a better or phrase, like Bill Burr specifically to do this.
How does Pete Davidson justify and reconcile going to do a gig there when it's quite possible that Saudi funded and masterminded the 9/11 attack that killed Pete Davidson's dad?
And his answer was pretty much, and they say the $1 Million Man once said, "Everybody's got a price." Ha 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 ha. They said it, and I think that's what he said. He goes, "They gave me a number that I could not fathom." He goes, "They put a number on a piece of paper that I didn't feel like I could turn down."
I wonder how his dad would feel about that.
You got to wonder. I think I didn't find the Pete Davidson, but I did find Gillis talking about them offering him the bag.
There was it's tight. They just went
it's gonna curse
to the desert and just fucking
They were asking me to go to the Middle East.
Good
What? Where? Why?
Saudi Arabia and UAE or Dubai.
Dubai?
I think I'm gonna pass.
Yeah. For the troops? Is it for the troops?
Not for the troops.
What?
It's for the Saudis.
For the Saudi princes?
Yeah, and everyone's like, yeah, you should do it. Everyone's doing it. It's like, for Saudis?
Yeah.
Weren't those the 9/11 guys?
Yeah, I think that was kind of the first time it came up, not the more in-depth that he talks about it. But the other guy, there's one other famous comedian that turned it down. Stavros. Stavros Halkias. And he's just trashing anybody who has agreed to do it. I don't know. Yeah, it's money. It's money. I mean, it's the same thing as me pitching a fit and can't believing that they bought WrestleMania to go there, that they get all of these giant events. I think you're going to see an NFL game in Saudi Arabia before time goes too much further on. They have so much ungodly money and such a fascination with American culture that they will pay me than anybody could fathom.
You mentioned the WWE, and we haven't talked about the Wyatt Six.
Oh, yeah. How was it?
Okay, so you know me, I'm not a wrestling fan, but I love the gimmick.
Yeah.
I was tearing up before I even went. The pre-show video that they show you are in line is Taylor sitting there with the Uncle Howdy mask on and Wyndham sitting there with the Fiend mask on, and they're talking about him dying and let me in. And I want to honor your. So we're in line, and I looked at Sarah. I go, I don't know if I'm ready for this. Like I was very casual about it going in. So you go in. Bray is everywhere.
Really?
Firefly Funhouse, Follow the Buzzards, videos with him in that sweater, the Fiend mask, characters of the Fiend and Uncle Howdy. And then you get to a wrestling table, like the announcer's table with the headphones, and there's a little notepad, and on the notepad, in all caps, it says, "Thank you, Wyndham."
Oh, man.
Dude, so right then, I'm just like, oh my God. And we're going to leave, and you're probably not going to go, right?
No.
Okay. When you get to the very end, right before you leave the house, where they always have the big reveal, there's a chair with a lantern on it. And I just looked, and I'm like, man, this is, and with what Mike is going through right now, she's public about it, I think.
Yeah, I wasn't reacting to that. I was only reacting because I don't have much. I don't know. Yeah, I'll ask you.
I'll tell you off here because she made me promise not to tell.
Yeah. I saw some things about it, but I was not fully clued in. Yeah, I have to say, good on the WWE. and you know, I'm not saying this to trash the WWE because they also know how to make a buck and do all of that, but to continue the storyline and to let his brother carry it is really, really cool. And yeah, dude, I can't believe I didn't ask you sooner how that all was.
It was so emotional. And props to Michael Aiello and everybody out there for what they did. It's such a beautiful tribute to Bray Wyatt.
Dude, that's so badass.
Man, it was emotional as hell. I was like, Halloween Horror Nights is always super fun. Terrifier was super gross and blah, blah, blah. And then we go on that and I'm wrecked. I'm just like, I was texting Micah before and then during and then after, and oh my God, dude.
Well, they're going to do the first pop-up of its kind in Saudi Arabia with the like none of that would surprise me.
No.
Like they could put up a Hall of Fame, they could do a Halloween Horror Nights in Saudi Arabia. Really anything where they will back up the Brinks truck is just crazy. That's cool to hear though. What a cool thing. That is a dream come true. So sad that he's obviously not here to see it or be here for it, but I know a dream of his and his brother as well. What's worth hitting? We got a few more minutes.
Yeah,
I
can
hit a couple real stories on the way out. Marion County Sheriff Billy Woods said a 17-year-old staged his own abduction, sparking an overnight search involving local, state, and federal law enforcement. The teenager was reported missing in a statewide Amber Alert on Friday evening. Investigators later discovered that the teen had purchased a bike, a tent, and camping gear before sending alarming text messages to his family, claiming he had been shot and taken. His abandoned truck was found near evidence of a single gunshot, but deputies said they determined his story was completely fake. The teen ultimately shot himself in the leg with a handgun he had carried throughout the ordeal, then reappeared in Williston with a non-life-threatening injury, according to authorities. It remains unclear whether the teen will face charges for allegedly fabricating the story. Sheriff said those questions were not off the table, but the case is still being reviewed. And I don't always, sometimes you have those thoughts in the back of your head and they don't fully take over. Like I was like, dude, that's a crazy story. This kid is in trouble. And then there's just that little voice that goes, that's a really weird thing to happen. And then you go, is this kid into is this a drug deal gone bad? Like what? If the very least, what do we not know? For this kid, he sent his mom a text message and said, I'm shot, 4 men, white van. Like it sounded like it was ripped from a movie. And not that things like that don't happen in reality. It just felt weird. And then, what do you know, come a couple days later, they find out this kid had faked the whole thing. I'd love to know more about why he needed to disappear or what he was ultimately running from or trying to do. And I think they should. I mean, he's a minor, but I think they should punish this kid with whatever the hell they've got. Just running the Amber Alert alone is such a huge use of resources, not to mention the amount of people that were out there actively looking for this kid only to, only to be a fraud and a fake.
What kind of trouble do you have to be in to shoot yourself in the leg to try to, cover up a disappearance?
Well, and I guess that's the thing, too. So did he put this whole thing together and then just think I'm going to disappear for a few days and it'll be fine? And then after the fact, realize that it gotten so bad he needed to shoot himself to make it look like it was real? Or because that doesn't really make much sense.
Right.
Like what could be the payoff for you to shoot yourself? You know what I mean? Like getting away for a few days isn't enough reason to shoot yourself.
No.
But just a crazy local story. And I hope they, out of the state of Florida at least, and I hope they punish this kid properly.
Same.
Man, I felt like forever we were talking like these pedophile hunter people. It's going to go wrong. It's going to go bad. And then we had the local story in Largo of the people that beat the dude's ass and held him against his will. This one somehow inherently worse. And it happened out west. A 29-year-old California man reportedly told police he honestly had a really fun time when he was arrested for killing a 71-year-old man that he tracked down using the state's sex offender registry. The September 18th violence broke out just before noon in Fremont City. According to a news release, The person who called 911 to report the incident stated that the victim, now identified as David Brimmer, was gravely injured. They found this guy, 71-year-old, on the ground suffering from multiple stab wounds. And this guy, Varun Sharish, straight from Saudi Arabia, was standing outside the residence when he was taken into custody, and a knife believed to be used. So this guy just hunted him down. During an investigation into the murder, Sharish admitted to using the California Sex Offender Registry to find Brimmer and decided to target him because of his age and a 1995 conviction for lewd and lascivious acts with a child. The 29-year-old then posed as a certified public accountant trying to find new clients, going door to door to ultimately find the guy, where he did, and took him out.
Man, that is such a liability. I know you have to inform neighborhoods, and you can look up through FDLE's website where all these creeps are. It even has a flyer of what they did. But that's the downside. And I'm shocked that it doesn't happen more frequently.
It is. And you have to, not to talk it into fruition, but like you have think about what happens when a pedophile goes to prison. Like they say they're targeted. Like when it comes to things that piss people off and would make them want to cause harm on another, sexual assaults on children and young people gets others' blood boiling more than any. So as much as I agree you have to have it, you say, here's all of the worst people on planet Earth, and here are their addresses.
Right.
And it is a weird, I mean, I hate this, there's a little bit of Dexter in there.
And they even have that thing, because we looked on it earlier, months ago on the show, and they have one where it's like, oh, these people are known to roam in this area. They don't have a set address.
Oh, yeah.
You can find them here.
Yeah, you can just go to this area, and there are, because they were doing that. There was an area around here that was like a camp.
Yeah.
Remember, they were just taking people and dropping them off somewhere near the side of the interstate. It's a crazy thing. I do not recommend vigilante justice.
No, but isn't it better that they all congregate in one place so you know where to find all of them rather than scattering them through neighborhoods everywhere?
Hopefully, maybe that's what you do. I'm not sure what you do to make. It's weird to say that make them safer, but ultimately make the society safer.
Yeah.
I was trying to see if I had anything lighter to end on. Monopoly's coming back to McDonald's. That was always, dude. When I saw this, it made me remember how exciting Monopoly heyday was at McDonald's. Like when you really thought that you could peel that back and win a brand new house or a car or $1 million.
Meanwhile, they were scamming us.
Yeah.
They had a guy scamming McDonald's.
Yeah.
And we never had a chance.
Nope.
It was all locked in.
They had the winning things.
Yeah.
Remember the Olympics when it was like if they get a gold medal, U.S. gets a gold medal, you get a sandwich.
Yeah.
Silver, you get fries, and bronze, you get a beverage.
And we talked a little bit on JP about that. And correct me if I'm wrong, and they spoofed this in The Simpsons. The Soviet Union dropped out of the Olympics then.
Oh, yeah.
So the Americans cleaned up, and McDonald's was like, how are we going to
What are we
going to
do? What are we going to do?
84 Olympics, in L.A.
So some items you get a physical piece, like you remember in the past, on the large of your fry, on the side of your large fry. Others you'll get a digital piece right on your phone when you order through the app. Like, see, that's sucking the life out of all of the fun. Dude, talking about winning stuff, did either of you guys ever watch that documentary on Netflix about the guy that won the jet from Pepsi?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, well, no, I always see it pop up. I never watched it.
He's a kid, right?
Yeah. And you can never watch it?
I mean, I know the gist is that they said they were going to give it away. He actually won it. They weren't going to follow through on it, and he fought them to the end, right?
He found a guy who had a lot of money to invest in lawyers and stuff and go at them. And at one point, they give him a buyout. They're like, look, this is how much the jet's worth. We'll give you the money. He's like, no.
I want the jet.
I want the jet.
Give me the elephant.
Yeah.
Did he get the jet?
Spoiler alert, does not get the jet.
Dude, they just assume they can offer you big fun things that they never have to give away.
I had a grandpa who bought a case of Pepsi every week trying to win it. You know what he got? Type 2 diabetes.
Gift that keeps on giving.
Let that be a lesson, kids. Dude, I'm going to have diabetes after this trip, by the way.
You got naughty?
Lot of Faygo. Lot of Faygo.
Hot dogs at 8 o'clock in the morning.
A lot of hot dogs for
That's my
breakfast.
boy.
Glizzies, they call them.
Detroit pizza.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, not the best decisions, but I'm back and I'm feeling alive. Do not go anywhere. Drew Garabo Live kicks off in just a few minutes. Senning Show will be back live tomorrow. My brain cells will be one
step closer to the edge, and I'm about to break.
Thank you. That's what I was trying to get to, and I couldn't think of it. But before we get out of here for the day, we love telling you about our good buddy, Jeff Borum.
Jeff Borum's your guy. He's going to help you sell your home for the max amount of money, and he's going to help you find a new one, but not in that order. We love and trust Jeff Borum.
You know, if you're getting into the real estate market right now, whether you're buying or selling, it is a fickle world. If you're somebody who's thinking, let me throw a sign up in the front yard, but for sale by owner and it'll be gone, those days are not upon us right now. But that masterful marketing machine at Team Borum might have a buyer for your home before you even know that you need one. Do not go for sale by owner. Go with Team Borum.
Team Borum, powered by eXp Realty, and Jeff will give you options: buy your home, sell your home, rent your home, and there's no risk. He'll let you out of the contract at any time. Google him right now. You could be packing tonight. BORHAM, Team Borum.
Thank you, Diz. Thank you, Drew. Shout out to JoJo. Thanks for being here. Also, hey to Ben Ruda from T-Zot. Good to see you. Thanks for being in the chat. Have a great night.
Let's get it right now. Come on, let's get it started.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. We are Real Raw Radio. 102.5 The Bone. The Hard Rock Rising Battle of the Bands is back. 102.5 The Bone and Seminole Hard Rock Tampa is inviting all Tampa Bay area bands to compete in the Hard Rock Rising Tampa Battle of the Bands. The winner's music will be showcased on the radio, and they will open an upcoming show. Now for the important part, and we can't stress this enough. If you have a good band, we want to hear from you. Now, you can apply if you suck, but we want to hear from the best bands in Tampa. Submissions are now being accepted. Submit your band's info now by visiting TampaHardRock.com. Deadline to submit your entry is Sunday, October 12th. More details at theboneonline.com. Don't miss your chance to compete and be crowned the Hard Rock Rising Tampa Battle of the Bands champion. 102.5 The Bone supports live music in Tampa Bay, and we want you to show us what you got. From the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino and 102.5 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
A slowdown nearing 10 minutes, 301 south around Riverview Drive toward Gibsonton Drive. Incident eastbound I-4 and a slight backup east of McIntosh Road. Starting to see some increased volume on your other interstates. Slowdown due to a crash. Hillsborough Avenue eastbound at George.